to observe the convention, but the sound is an issue. There's also in Piedmont 8 a completely quiet room. One thing to note there, please don't go into that space with anything that's like an aggressive scent.
Ardy and Fist, you can be sure that we're both on the list. Ardy and Fist, you can be sure that we make the most piss. Streaming through history, uncovering mysteries as to why the whites are living in misery. We keep the audience salivating as we continue navigating through centuries of adventures of the ever-evolving small-hat wizardry. Ardy and Fist, let us show you what you might have missed.
And it looks like it's a tinge of kind of like Ramones, a tinge of the Dead Kennedys, just a tinge of so many things. It looks like we are in fact live.
Oh, we're live. Oh, mate. It's good to be back. Welcome, listeners, to another episode of Ardy and Fist. Mate, I've been having an excellent week. Been going out, trying to like chase up, a mortgage to buy myself a potato.
I'm sorry. I thought I was listening, but I wasn't. It sounded like you said a mortgage for a potato. Is that
Yes.
that? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I did hear you
Yes,
correctly. Okay.
Given the recent events, in London, food is becoming a bit, hard to come by. And so I thought now would be the time, to fulfill my dream of having my very own potato, a potato of my own. I'm gonna like get myself, some of those like new cutlery things, and I'm looking forward to the new sort of like street barbecues that are going to be happening in all the diverse areas. My plan is basically to get my potato and then use it to lure people into a position where I can sort of not exactly not anything sort of bad, just take a little bit of the meat, right? I mean, we'll be starving, right? So if you think about it,
I really thought we were in trouble with the people aren't getting a mortgage until they're 30, but it's a really you can tell that you're in trouble when you can't get a mortgage until you're 30 for a potato.
This is the thing about you Ameripores, right? Have you even had the joy of owning your own potato?
Yeah, I keep renting my potato. Yeah, I'm renting my potatoes.
You Ameripores, you can't even imagine what it's like to own.
There's no equity in my potato.
It's gonna be a very nice potato, mate. I was at the potato market, right? Oh, it's gonna be nice.
Right. See, you're privileged. You get to live in the potato that your parents passed down to you. Generational potato, right?
A generational potato.
Generational calories over here. Okay, that's privilege.
Oh, mate, no, it's gonna be great. We're gonna be having like community barbecues, and we've been having like community meetings as well, sort of sorting out who it is that is going to be sort of the guest of honor at the barbecue. I mean, it sounds very, very nice. So they're very, very friendly. The smiles are a bit creepy, and I don't quite understand the language, right? But my understanding is that they're going to throw like a barbecue, and I will basically be like the honored guest. It sounds delightful.
Right. Is it the kind of community thing where even though most people aren't white, you're making it less diverse by showing up because you're white? Is it one of those types of communities?
Well, yeah, obviously. I mean,
right.
Okay. This is London, mate. Right? Come on.
I want to make sure I'm doing this right. I don't
right.
Wanna,
I mean, look, they don't call London the city of fear for nothing, mate. Right? It's
they call it the city of fear.
Well, they do now, mate. They fucking do now.
Is your country's bird a vulture?
Yeah. Well, actually, that's a good idea. Actually, I'm gonna throw that up the flagpole to Sadiq Khan, right? They get rid of the Ravens.
Tell one of the community members to say it to Sadiq Khan, because I think he'll listen to them.
That's a very, very good point. As a sort of like filthy white male, he obviously would not deign to speak.
Well, hold on. You still live in a democracy. Have you tried holding a general assembly where everyone gets to vote and you all hop up on a microphone and then say point of privilege and insert your own, rhetorical strategies.
We tried that, but it turns out that all the white men had to be at the back of the line. And by the time we got anywhere near the microphone, they'd run out of time. And they were really, really sorry. They were like, I wish we could have heard from like the white men.
Well, yeah.
But, sorry.
Didn't you have an equity card? Wasn't that issued to you?
No.
You need a license to get the card.
No. The white men get a very, very special equity card. It's basically just smeared with crap on both. It sort of looks like a piece of toilet paper, essentially, right? And I have been assured that this is a mark of respect from the Indian community, basically, right? Like,
well, they do have poop festivals, as Tyler Oliver has covered.
Yes, I was told by sort of a nice Indian gentleman that this is definitely a sign of respect, sir. At least I think that's what he said. It's a bit hard,
This is why cultural exchange is so fun, because apparently I've been partaking in that festival 2 to 3 times a day in a certain room in my own home. So, things that you learn.
It's not so much cultural exchange. I mean, they're obviously not going to take on any parts of, filthy sort of white colonialist culture. But, we will be expected to take on sort of every single part of their culture. And of course, we will be massively enriched for it, right? Like, I can't wait until they start the barbecues and the widow burnings. And I hear there's going to be a Juggernaut festival in London. Delightful. I can't wait.
It's good. It's getting really difficult for the kosher centrists to keep looking sane, because like the leftists were like, why is it weird to eat rice with your bare hands? Remember that?
Yeah.
Well, now the kosher centrists are on to, it's been Judeo-Christianity for 250 years. So they're still trying to be the sane ones while saying things that are patently untrue.
Mate, you're behind the times, right? The new thing is, why is it weird to eat rice with your butt? Have you not seen? No, there's like a whole
right now. The kosher centrist position is eating rice with your hands. See,
no, okay. So you make yourself like a slop, an unvariegated slop, right? Stick it in your butt crack, right? And you can keep it there for a while. It keeps it nice and warm and stuff like that. And then if you get a little bit peckish, you just like scoop it out.
Okay, so this is like, if you don't date a trans person, you're transphobic. If I don't eat
the butt right
with my ass, then I'm racist. Is that what we're doing now? I'm just trying to keep up.
Yes,
I want to maintain my social credit score, or what I have left of it.
If you do not eat the butt rice, you are a bigot, sir. Right? Is there a
manual? Is there these written down anywhere? It keeps changing.
Look, if you've got a gay friend, he can help you eat your butt rice.
Okay, so almost like how in the 1950s we would have almost like a foreign exchange student program where immigrants would come in and we show them what these cultures are like now. Now the immigrants come here from other countries and show us what it's like in our own country, right?
Yes.
Kind of flipped on its head there.
Yeah, and thank God for that, right? Because without all of that sort of diversity and showing us the errors of our ways, we would still be stuck in like the 1980s. Right. And who wants to go back to that? Right. Like, mostly homogenous society. Right. Everyone speaking the same language. Like, come on. It's so much more vibrant and diverse now. And, and of course, you get the massive benefits of London being the city of fear. Right. It's a very, very catchy name. Right. I have been reliably informed that once they roll out the new advertising, thing, tons more people will flock to London. I mean, if there's any jet fuel left.
I mean, how many more people can you take, really, though? Isn't London like 35% white at this point?
I mean, that's a bit racist, Ardy. It's probably
no,
less,
but I wasn't asking whether or not it was racist. I was asking whether or not it's true. Sorry, I may not have made myself clear. I was doing a point of yes. I'm sorry. Please continue and educate me.
Look.
I don't live there. I've never been there. You've been there, so you would know.
All questions must be filtered through a question of whether or not they are racist before we consider whether they are true or not, right? Like, come on. Have you not kept up with the programming, mate? Oh, goodness me.
I'm trying to keep up, and it's wild because it's almost like people don't care about if a statement is true or not. And I'm going to let people know right now that I made a stream on Vrillium. He messaged me essentially just before the stream, DM, and had a little bit of a crash out back and forth in the DMs, and then he blocked me. And at no point has he said privately or publicly that what I said about him was incorrect or wrong, or what I said was incorrect. So probably pretty soon I'm going to have to do, well, another stream to clear up the things that he has said privately and publicly about the stream that I made on him. All I want to know is just it was what I said incorrect, and if it is incorrect, how is it incorrect? It's things people are trying to make things really complicated when, in my opinion, they're not that complicated.
It's actually really complicated. No, it fucking isn't at all.
Is it incorrect? Do you want to correct something I said or not? So that's where I'm getting to right now.
Well, it's probably a lot of emotional labor to listen to a stream.
Emotional.
Right.
Remember what used to be said frequently, like 6 or 7 years ago?
Yeah, I remember. Look, he's the most oppressed minority, clearly, right? So
Yeah. I mean, literally, there's not no one on the right wing, left wing, center wing. None of the wings really want to talk to him. So really is a man on an island. Not an easy position to be in.
So enough with the preamble.
So, I can start us off right now. Okay.
Okay. Let's get you to start.
Let's go. So, this is the current right wing in the United States right now. All right. This is the most right wing we've been in how long, with Trump in there, the 90s Democrat. Let's see what this broad is saying and how anyone can actually get behind this administration in its current form.
You said yesterday, and I quote him, God does not listen to the prayer of those who wage war. Can you comment on that?
I think our nation was a nation founded 250 years ago almost on Judeo-Christian values. And we've seen presidents, we've seen the leaders of the Department of War, and we've seen our troops go to prayer during the most
250 years we've been Judeo-Christian. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when we go to the community note, it says Thomas Jefferson called Moodyism a bloodthirsty, cruel, and remorseless religion whose God was vindictive, capricious, and unjust. Now, so far, that doesn't even sound contentious. This is by their own word. Continuing, he disliked how they punished children for the sins of the fathers. Interesting. Didn't know the country was built on that. You learn something new every day. He found no utility in a religion that didn't believe in an afterlife. So it sounds like, right, country actually was not built upon. And now this is steelmanning it. Let's say the phrase Judeo-Christian has been around in its current iteration for 250 years, okay? Let's say that's true. Even if that is true, Thomas Jefferson would not be on board with it. However, it's not true! So when you look up Judeo-Christian, right, and this is by James Fishback, right, who has been criticized for being pro-Moo the past few years, but like with many people, since October 7th happened, he was like, these people are crazy. And honestly, there was a lot of people still on board with James Lindsay in 2024.
Yep.
And the Israeli 180 that happened did switch a lot of people. So I still do give James Fishback grace and credence in what he's doing, since he is going against the grain. James Fishback says Judeo-Christian literally wasn't a thing 250 years ago, let alone a thing our country was founded on. Don't even see how that's contestable. We're going to see how it is. We are a Christian nation, and I'm running for governor to revive that. Are you ready for this, Cope?
Uh-huh.
Because they have to defend the narrative of Judeo-Christian, right?
Obviously.
So just like with leftists, they have to have no shame and put themselves in a position to defend this narrative no matter what. Guys, this is from Green Beret Nap Time, okay? What is he? Yeah, Army veteran, conservative, okay? Guys, this is just dumb. It does the opposite of prove his point. Wow. Interesting. It actually lets us reaffirm that he is indeed as stupid as we all knew he was. See, he's stupid. Words show up after the ideas, Fist, not before.
What the fuck does that
So,
mean?
This is desperate. This is some desperate sweeping. So obviously the term was used after the idea was made. So the idea
Right.
was made, and then the words followed after the idea, idiot.
Right, because that's how you talk about ideas without words, right? Have I got that correct?
Well, they happened generations later as well.
Right, of course.
It's kind of how history works, dickhead. Surprised you didn't know that. The founders didn't need the modern label of Judeo-Christian because they simply talked natural law, providence, virtue, and rights from the Creator. The Bible was all over their thinking. Guess who has a pretty big part of the Bible? Now, do you see how this feels left?
Wait. Jesus Christ. His struggle against the Pharisees, his death and resurrection. Paul, the Apostle Paul, and his letters. Acts. That's what he's talking about, right?
Oh, he's not going to clarify. He's just going to let you figure it out by his cunty tone.
Oh, okay. So he's not talking about that part of the Bible, the important part of the Bible, presumably.
The sweep continues. Also, his stupid engram chart, it just shows when the fancy hyphen got popular in books. That doesn't mean that Christian and Mooish roots weren't there from day one. Do you see how, this postmodernist, just because X doesn't mean X? But it also doesn't prove that it was there. All he has to do is cast a shadow of a doubt, plausible deniability. It would be the same as graphing globalization and claiming global trade didn't exist before the 1950s. Stupid. This guy has the critical thinking skills of an acorn. Wow. And here we thought we had them, where Judeo-Christian wasn't a concept back then. So as you can see right here, now the idea happened here, right? But as we all know, the idea happens and then the words follow 200 years later. You idiot. That's how.
I would like to point out that in 1776 or around that point, Moors were not allowed to be in the English Parliament. They weren't allowed to hold any kind of political office. They were still basically excluded. The gap of knowledge that
You're
people
acting
have,
like you have some sort of weekly show about things like this.
That's amazing that you should ask that, Ardy. I do in fact have a weekly show.
Really? Please continue.
Yeah, it's called Fistory. I think you'd quite like it. I just wrapped my 6-part series on the history of the Moors in England, and the show I did yesterday was on the affair of the Poisons, which is where the entire French court under Louis XV, the Sun King, all got involved in poisoning and blackmail and black magic and stuff. It's a weird freaking story. But you could check it out on my channel. But I mean, apart from the plug, the lack of knowledge about the history of Moodyism in the West is basically total at this point. Until I started looking into it, I just it's just being completely erased. It's freaking weird.
It's almost like they want to do some historical revisionism when you think about it, right?
Well, I don't think they even want to sort of revise it. They just want it all gone.
Erased. I'm sorry. It's even worse than revising. It's erasing history.
Yeah, it's just completely erased, right? And now, instead of this very rich and detailed centuries and centuries of history, you just have people like Ted Cruz being like, "Oh, don't you know that it says in Genesis that those who bless Israel will be blessed, and those who curse Israel will be cursed." That's literally 400, 500 years of history just in that. I don't really need to look at history. Oh, God damn it.
Well,
it's annoying.
Well, we have based Mike Lee over here adding some commentary. Okay. Electrons have existed as long as the universe itself, and yet the word electron didn't exist until 1891. Obviously, that means electrons didn't exist until then. This dude, to no shame around the Judeo-Christian argumentation, dude, it's getting insane. That must mean, doesn't this feel like arguing with a genderqueer person about what woman is and the history of woman and how this one teeny tiny, that must mean electrons didn't exist. It's well, no. So what? Electrons are a material part of the world, right? So that, has existed. Judeo-Christianity, more of an ideology, I think we would all agree. And when you look up Judeo-Christianity, do you know what it was meant to describe? Moos that converted to Christianity. Did you know that? That's what that means?
Yeah. But
now we have Dennis Prager, we have Ben Shapiro not leaving Moodyism for Christianity, invoking Judeo-Christianity. It's incredible when you think about it.
Yeah. The thing is, Ardy, mate, I feel like you need to go back to school, mate. Right?
All right.
What you need is a bit of John Hagee up in your business. Right? He's gonna tell you what's what, mate.
I've heard of the HOA, but the ZOA, they really control things.
Yeah, it's like the homeowners association, right? But they subvert your monetary system and take everything you own and then like import like infinity migrants into your building.
Over the airwaves and in Congress, two camps have planted their dark flags in opposition to this effort. There are those in this country that no matter what President Trump trying to do, they take the opposite position. Our president deserves our position, our support for his positions, and the support to destroy his enemies. And then there's another group of rank and file Jew haters. Some, like Representative Ilhan Omar, are reporters to the chairs dedicated. At this point, Jew hatred may be as well be a part of their political platform, but it must never become a part of our political platform. I'm speaking about those who have sold their souls. Among them, Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, and Nink Fuentes, to name a
Fuentes.
Dude, they cannot get his name right to save their lives. Nink, rewind that. Nink Fuentes.
It's like
N-I-N-K.
Ooh, Nick Fuentes.
Nink.
Candace Owens and Nink Fuentes, to name.
We should clip that. Oh my God. Oh, hilarious.
Name a few. Those who would rather be popular than pious, and those who would rather be rich than righteous. These people cannot be cannot be tolerated by us.
Oh my God. Really butchered that.
But never forget that God will not be mocked. God puts the same choice before us all, to choose good or evil. You have that choice every day when you wake up. Those people have chosen evil, and they will be judged accordingly when they stand before God on the judgment day, and that day is coming. So what do you choose? One cannot rail against the squad and then remain silent when those in their own party spew the same anti-Semitic poison. We must keep our house in order and root out the Jewish hatred from every corner.
What
So
about
there you
people
go.
like Mark Levin, who is unbelievably hateful? They can never be hateful. It's just so convenient.
No. You don't understand. Okay. Hate is when you're on the wrong side, Ardy, right? So
Okay.
So what Israel did in Gaza, right, was not hate, right? That was, I don't know, like righteousness or
It
justice
was
or something.
defensive. It's like when Antifa said it's defensive violence.
Yeah.
It's
It's like
what
when
they want to do to us, so we're going to do it to them first.
It's like when I go down the road, right, kick someone's door in, right, and burn their house down.
Yeah.
Defensively, right?
Right. Defensively caving in their children's head with a rock. You know?
Correct. Exactly. Look,
He was headed right for us.
to be fair, right, those children, like, you know, were sort of looking like they might have property that I wanted. So if you think about it, right, it was really only fair for me to like take all their stuff. It was promised to me 3,000 years ago, mate. The solution, of course,
Yes.
is to get into the soft minds of the kiddywinks.
Over the airwaves and in Congress, two camps have planted their dark flags.
Oh no, wait, this is the same one. Wait,
feels
hang on,
like it.
Sorry. Hang on. What's going on here?
You tosser.
Yeah,
puffy
no,
wombat.
sorry, it's this one. Sorry for that. Chat.
Our previous speaker was talking about getting to the young people. Christians United for Israel has created a textbook
I hear they do like to get to the young people.
for elementary students fighting anti-Semitism, and we now have it in 1,200 Christian schools in the United States of America. Be it politics or podcasting, there can be no quarter for anti-Semites. None. To those cowards using their faith as the fig leaf to legitimize their Jew hatred, you don't represent us and you don't speak for us. The Bible teaches the love of God for the Jewish people is eternal. It never changes. God's covenant to the Jewish people for the land of Israel is forever and forever and forever, end quote. Let us as Christians and Jews resolve to win this fight.
Forever, ever, forever, ever,
You
forever,
really
ever.
just need one forever, don't you? Isn't it? You just need one forever.
What's that Kanye West
Forever,
song?
forever, ever,
Forever,
forever,
ever.
ever.
Touch the sky? Oh, mate.
I just want to see someone on the right defend whites like this. It's incredible how this
Oh, I know.
this
I
small
know.
population gets all of this support. It's incredible.
Yeah, well, I got a theory on this. I think you get a lot of whites going over to the moves because they are not allowed to defend their own ethnicity in such a strong manner, and so they sort of do it via proxy, essentially. You know.
Well, yeah,
on the battlefield.
They either go to, they make themselves queer or non-binary and go to the left, or they go to the neo-left or to the neo-right and then praise the Moose. It's one of those, both funded by the Moose.
Yeah.
And in the media war for the hearts and minds of the next generation. He's exactly right when he says we've got to get this knowledge into elementary school.
Oh,
Yep. We
oh,
have to get
that's
this knowledge.
terrifying.
So, should we check in on little Jimmy Concepts? See what
So
he's been doing?
let me crawl us there real quick.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to have to call an audible today, everybody. James Lindsay made a podcast episode, Insurrection Barbie's Long Game and the Conservative Right. It's 3 hours long. We're going to listen to it at half speed 4 times in a row so we don't miss anything. Okay,
No.
Here we go. I'm just kidding. I just want to look at a couple of the comments. 3 hours on Insurrection Barbie. He's
I bet
officially...
it's just that thread that he wrote with AI. I bet you any freaking money. It's just him reading that Twitter thread.
It's insane. So, but even the comments sound like they're AI. This is so good that this is being posted. You have been talking about all these points forever, and now seeing how it is all operating together and hopefully opening the eyes of the blind.
No, you're doing it in the wrong accent, mate. Scroll up. This is so good that this is being posted. You have been talking about all these points forever, and now seeing how it will all be operating together and hopefully operating the eyes of the blind. See?
That actually makes a lot more sense when you say it that way.
Yes,
Now,
indeed.
Now, if I didn't find this, you would think I'm making it up. Here, read this one right here. Deep stuff.
Deep stuff. And excellent. Why can none of these replies spell?
None of them are grammatically correct, dude.
Deep stuff and excellent explanation of what is currently going on the right. I warned the Blaze about McIntyre, not his real name.
He didn't
a
even
long
call him
time
Oren
ago.
McIntyre. He just now called him McIntyre. He's now just the last name.
Anyone who approvingly quotes Dugin and Schmidt is about as anti-American as it gets. Carlson is even worse because of his much larger audience and ties to J.D. Vance.
Absolutely
Although I do like his wife.
yeah. Oh, no, his wife is pretty cool.
His wife is pretty cool.
Scooting along. Now, this person encapsulates James Lindsay perfectly, okay? Now, this is the conclusion I feel like you and I bonded over a little less than a year ago.
Yeah, by the way, this guy, Christian Hines, is an excellent follow. Would highly, highly recommend giving him a follow. He does really good stuff.
There's not an
please.
ounce of fat on what he says right here.
Yeah.
James Lindsay has completely given up on making any argument at this point because every time he tries, he ends up humiliating himself online. So now he has to discard any sense of humor and invent fantasies in his head, trying to personally discredit his enemies. If I were really an unemployed basement dweller, you wouldn't be so obsessed with me, James. You see me as a threat, which is why you tweet about me so often despite having me blocked. Thanks for proving the point that no one can escape the friend-enemy distinction if they're engaged in politics. This is now becoming a mainstream opinion of James Lindsay, slowly but surely.
Yeah. And speaking of Schmidt, by the way, right? Fucking check this shit out. Okay.
Oh, beautiful.
So you may be aware that recently the Israeli Knesset passed a new law saying that they could execute Palestinian detainees. They were very, very happy about this. How many Palestinian detainees are they going to execute? Probably not that many. Probably all of them, to be frank. Right? Like, I mean, what are they going to do with them? They're not going to send them back to Gaza, obviously, right? Because that would go against their plan. So they're, God, this is so dark. They're probably just going to like be like, you know, this was their reaction.
What's this guy yapping about?
He's saying it's a historical decision. L'chaim, soon we will count them one by one. Okay? That sounds really, really fucking ominous.
Well, I mean, James Lindsay is probably going to handle this very sensitively, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Really dumb. Calling Moose a death cult. Even dumber. Calling the Moose a death cult because they made it legal to execute terrorists. I mean, detainees, technically, but anyway. Smart people will notice that they waited to make it legal before doing it, which contradicts the death cult accusation completely.
It's not a death cult because it's I'll let you go, dude. Take it. Take it away.
Right. So I just want to get this straight, James, right? No matter how horrible or morally repellent an action is, if it's done legally, it's okay. I mean, nice of you to like basically be supporting the snazzies at this point. I mean, everything Mustache Man did was like legal. Everything Carl Schmidt did was legal. If you're only sort of just talk about horseshoe theory, right? You know, he's always banging on about like horseshoe theory.
Scroll down to the comment. I mean, he gets absolutely brutalized in the comments. Like, this is why people hate the Moose, because of this legalism and like no morality whatsoever. We made it legal, so it's okay.
Yeah. I mean, exactly.
I swear, James Lindsay is sent in to increase anti-Semitic because they need anti-Semiticism, and James Lindsay is that beacon of hope for them.
It's just.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if you want to show all of these on YouTube. It might get a little spicy down there. Before we hop into the No Kings, you want to look at the soupies?
Yes. Is there anything else that I have? Wait. I've got something else. Okay. So look. I know we give James like a lot of stick on this show. But I would just like to sort of point out how just incredibly right he is about everything.
James Lindsay so bright and wise, spreading thoughts that mesmerize. Let's see what he has to say today, Mr. Lindsay.
That's from I Hypocrite. Also a good follow. So wise. Right. So wise. We've got Shmuley being Shmuley if you want to like play that.
We'll get there. We're a little plugged up right now in the super department.
Okay. Well, let's do some supers then.
Yeah, $5 and up.
Yep. Waffle for $10.
Oh, hello there.
Hey, Waffle, how you doing? If you're reading this, that means you're reading last stream supers again, wasting everyone's time. Please restart the stream to atone. Oh no, I'm reading last week's supers again. That was fucking embarrassing, mate. Oh my god, how unprofessional. Thank you very much, Waffle.
Wow, you're never living that down. That is, you are taking that one.
Honestly, I deserve it. Like I deserve it. Like,
you are a bad person.
Clearly what happened, right, is that all of this sort of like restarting the stream stuff got to me. And I just, I want to please the audience so much. I went back in time to the previous super chats. Yeah.
If only you had the presence of mind to play it off like that live.
Jack Minimal for $5. Thank you, mate. I was busy refinancing my French fries. Can you restart the stream, please? Man, look at this motherfucker. He's got French fries.
Yeah,
Mr.
exactly.
Moneybags over here. Fucking mate.
He's already had the labor done to his potato.
Dude, when the revolution comes, mate, fucking we're gonna be after your like bloody French.
Doesn't even have to cook and fry his own potato. Like, it's living the high life over here.
Dude, my God, that's disgusting. Just go hang out on Epstein Potato Island, why don't you? Christos, member for 7 months. Thank you, mate. I'm not putting rice in my jail purse. Bigot. Bigot, I call thee bigot. I can't believe we got such racism on this channel.
Hey, in the words of James Lindsay, you're not going to want to do that. Okay? And that's not a threat. I'm just letting you know that you're going to fucking die if you do. Don't follow listen to what I'm saying.
Matty Ice for Churn.
There he is, Rocker.
Christy Gnome's husband was found cross-dressing with huge fake boobs. Outlets are writing, thank God no one knew about this while she was in office. She's canned. What a week. Incredible administration. Yeah, I just saw that.
Oh,
actually.
Really?
Yeah, So he was into like the bimboification community. So he's probably listening to like sissy hypno porn and all that like crazy, like, Mossad.
The most right-wing administration we've had in such a long time. Isn't it incredible? I mean, these are the people that are going to put trans people in camps, okay?
Fucking insane. Chew the chickens for $5. Thank you.
Thank you, bro.
PSA, America will not survive the collision of the densities between the left and Zion Don. Not just a joke. Get ready. Yeah, I know.
It's
going to be spicy.
It's getting bad.
Cyberchard 2077. Hey, Mr. Cyberchard. How you doing, mate? For $5, my favorite is Alex Jones. Nick Fuentes.
Yeah.
Nice. Torch of Wyatt, member for 3 months. I'm late, so I'm catching up on double speed. Can you guys talk at half speed so it sounds normal? Of course I can, man.
I don't see why that would be a problem, Wyatt.
Grace Slayer for $5. Thank you very much, mate. Dude is so worked up over this heresy, but he'll be at the gate soon enough. Lamau. Yeah, indeed. Let's see. Jose Alvarenga. For $5. Thank you, fellas, for praying for my son. He is out of NICU. Took him to his first divine liturgy on Sunday. Christ is King. Oh, man, that's really good to hear.
We have just the biggest Nazis in our audience, don't we? Isn't our woke right audience so unbelievably hateful? Isn't it incredible?
Jose, seriously, I'm glad your son's okay, man. Like, that's really, really good news. I hope he lives a long and fruitful life. I hope he enjoys like liturgy, man. Oh, see, that is
heartwarming.
Heartwarming, man.
Right?
Aw. Well, I like to think that the prayers from our community help somehow. I don't know, but yeah, that's awesome. Ardent Party for 5 loonies. On X, Ardent Party, Rumble, Ardent Plays, cheap ad. James Lindsay has defined himself via his 7K shot, grifting, faithlessness, and cynical treason to his civilization. Yes, well, he does like to do that. He does like to do that.
He's enjoying the antagonization like a lot, though. Like
no. What he's enjoying, right, is the ability to be a complete and utter asshole for what he thinks are the best of reasons, right? Like that's what it is.
It's the Aldous Huxley quote. It's a delicious moral treat for him to righteously,
He's like, I'm defending Western civilization, therefore I can lie, cheat, and be as much of an asshole as I want. Because, of course, those are the values of Western civilization, after all, right?
For us,
right.
Yes.
Lenny Grad for $5. Oron, not his real name. McIntyre, bad anonymity. Insurrection, no name. Barbie, good anonymity.
That is such a good point.
Yeah.
3 hours. 3 hours on Insurrection Barbie.
That's a very, very good point there, Lenny Grad. Jam RS for $50. Gotta have the money printer up there. Thank you so much. Hey guys, sorry I'm late. I was busy writing my yaoi fan fiction of Ardy and Remnant 777. Please tell us more. Could you restart the stream and talk slowly and simply so I can continue to write while I listen? Thanks in advance. Mate, what's the setup? I really want to know, right? Do Ardy and like Remnant like meet at like a furry convention? You know, they're like eye each other across the convention floor, and
I don't want to know what my fan fiction is going to be with Fist. I don't want to know what it's going to be with Remnant. I have no idea what you people are going to do. Okay,
you fall into like a furry cuddle puddle, right?
But, ladies and gentlemen, it's official. We officially have our first Chad at the Chad.
Now the Chad does what the Chad wants, and no one is stopping him because Chad does what Chad wants.
Thank you, James Steen. Very, very much appreciated. Thank you.
I want to see the yaoi fiction.
I'm scared. I'm terrified.
New GM for Trend.
There he is.
James Lidsey, man, can you guys skip the stream and start the new one early?
I that's why I wanted to introduce it as we're watching it at half speed 4 times, okay? Just so you really absorb all 3 hours of Insurrection Barbie, you know. As the No Kings protest is happening, that's what he's focused on.
But the thing is, I know it's just that Twitter thread that Barbie did. He like wrote it with AI, and like a bunch of people retweeted it, like, you know, all the Christian guys. And Leningrad for another $5. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rev.
Listen, I just had Dr. James Lindsay on my podcast, and he said there would be consequences if you don't restart the stream.
It's a red flag if someone says their pronouns or calls him doctor. Okay? If someone calls him Dr. James Lindsay, that is the quote-unquote centrist or right version of saying your pronouns. That is a red flag. Very nice.
So, Lenny, I'm just curious, mate. How did you book Lindsay on your podcast? Do you just like call Mossad now, or like...
Yeah, he's got a guy in speed dial. He's got a guy for that.
Right. Okay, super chats retrieved.
Yes, sir.
Let's so do we want to roll into like No Kangs?
Hey, it's up to you, man. It's whatever you're feeling right now, you know?
Well, we do have Shmuley.
You can't just put that up and have me not want to watch it.
Hey, this guy. I mean, he's just every negative stereotype like rolled into one. I swear no one man has done like more damage to the positive image of the Moorish people than this fucking guy.
This is over the top, like anti-Semitic stereotype. There's nothing more that he could have done than circumcising himself in front of everybody as he was doing it.
You know, I'm starting to feel like, you know how they put body cams on all the cops, right? And the libs that were for it thought that it would prove like how racist all the whites are, and instead it just like gave us like tons and tons of footage of blacks behaving very, very badly. I feel like this is like a similar thing, basically like unfolding.
I don't know why he's dressed like, minus the hat, of course, me going to a nu metal show when I was like 15 with like the long sleeve and the baggy jeans.
I have noticed this. He really dresses like a slob. Like, just I don't think I've
and his
ever
facial hair, it's all antagonization. He wants you to view him like a vermin. That's what he wants. He desires it.
Bruh.
Rabbi Shmuley is a Zionist fucking pig. Get this. Here he is, right on camera. Hi, everybody. I have no problem saying it. Rabbi Shmuley.
Say your name.
I'm Salvo, baby. I have no problem saying it.
What's your phone number?
Why would I give a Zionist?
What's your phone number?
Yeah, he gave him his name, and then that's okay. Then he's just gonna ask for more information. Like that, there's no point in capitulating with these people at all.
Is he trying to pick him up or something? I mean, is that like usually when you ask a stranger for their phone number, right? I'm just saying.
Say it all.
Zionist pig, relax. Why would I give a
Excuse me.
Why would I give? Excuse me. I have it on video. I have it on video. I have it on video.
He's threatening me.
I called him a Zionist. I didn't.
He
touch
came
him.
over to me and I filmed.
I have it on video. I have it on video. I just talked to him. I didn't touch him.
Threatening my life.
No, I didn't.
He has to be arrested, please.
I have it on video.
Please,
No, I didn't.
he has to be arrested.
They know who you are, bro.
Please, sir, he has to be arrested.
Rabbi Shmuley, what happened to dialogue? What happened to dialogue, Rabbi Shmuley? Is this your husband? You let him in the street acting such a fool every time, huh?
Let me bring it here.
This is what happened to me at the Fontainebleau Hotel. I won't
Nobody-
put up with it.
Rabbi
This
Shmuley,
man
why are
is
you
threatening
lying?
me. He is harassing
Rabbi
me.
Shmuley,
He's
why are you
guilty of a hate
lying?
crime. And now let's take the NYPD.
Rabbi Shmuley, I have it on video right here.
I was doing a video about this is about
Putting his
anti-Semitism.
hand on the top.
We're in the middle of an intermission. This man came over,
I was at the play
attacked
too.
me, harassed me. He already called us fucking Jews upstairs. I have a woman who
No, I
witnessed
didn't.
it.
No,
You
I didn't.
called
I'm
us
with my-
fucking Jews
I'm
as
with
you
my
left,
wife over there.
and he just attacked me.
I
My
have
name
it
is
on
Rabbi
video.
Shmuley Boteches. He will tell you.
They know who
I'm a
you
very
are, Rabbi
well-known
Shmuley. They know who you are, Rabbi Shmuley. You're
He
making a
attacked me, and this is a hate crime.
you're making a scene, Rabbi
He
Shmuley.
attacked me, and this is a hate crime.
Look at the face of the cop. It's like,
Can you believe anti-Semitism is on the rise? Can you believe it?
I'm shocked. I'm really shocked.
And he's allowed to do this. He's allowed to openly lie like this.
It's New York, baby. Right? Like, what do you want?
And there's no penalty for it. There's no story. But if a white person ever lies about anything that happens to them, well, then it's lights out.
Why did you walk over to me? Tell him. Why did you walk over to me? What did you say? Why did you
Yes,
walk
sir.
over to me? What did you say?
I said you're a Zionist.
No, you said I'm an effing Zionist. You started an attack.
I'm allowed to
You
swear
threatened
at
my
you.
safety.
No, I didn't.
Now he's walking
No,
toward
I
the guy.
didn't.
Pause it. He's now, the cop told the guy filming to stand back. And then Rabbi Shmuley is moving toward the guy, bringing the cop closer to the guy that he just told to back up. At that point, you
Dude.
have to listen to Shmuley. At what point do you not have to listen to him?
I'm allowed to say that. I'm allowed to.
Is
You're
that
following the guy.
is that Shmuley's wife?
Yeah, it looks like she is. It looks like she's about to sound like this, doesn't it? Oh, look at you. You're following us. Quit following us. Quit walking backwards at us.
She looks very unpleasant.
Say he's a Zionist pig. I'm allowed to say he's a Zionist pig. Why do you escalate, Rabbi Shmuley? Why do you escalate? Why do you escalate, Rabbi Shmuley?
Officer, Jews have to be safe in New York City.
Sir, I have freedom of speech. Sir.
Jews cannot be attacked because they weren't before. If someone's black and they're attacked, that's racist. Rabbi Shmuley completely losing his mind.
I love that guy's look.
It's freedom of speech. It's freedom of speech. I can call
freedom
him a
of speech,
Zionist.
Shmuley.
I do enjoy freedom of speech.
Smeeched him. Smeeched again.
Call him a Zionist. It's freedom of speech. We're not in Israel.
I got it all on video if you want to see it.
What happened?
I know him. I was at the play too with my wife.
You were at that?
I know who he is. He's a Zionist. I saw he was filming a video saying, in my opinion, a bunch of hateful things, right?
Oh,
So-
where was that video being taken?
Just right here.
To you or like?
No, his wife was filming him, and I just went up and filmed him and called him a
And
Zionist.
now
and that's when he
they
ran to you
have
guys.
to capitulate to the
I can
move.
show it to you.
And now they have to act like they're doing. It's just like a woman. There's a hysterical woman, and they have to act like that they're doing an investigation, so the woman shuts the fuck up. It's incredible.
Yep. So it's time, bro.
Can you believe Mustache Man wanted to make them extra crispy? Can you believe that? I can't believe it. Unbelievable.
There's all a misunderstanding, mate, right? He just wanted to start up like a fried bagel restaurant, right? And just things got out of hand.
Why do these people? I want James Lindsay to watch that video in front of a crowd of people and go, James, do we disavow that behavior? And James Lindsay would have to defend his behavior.
I'm just saying it seems a bit woke to me, right? You know, like
Oh,
you
you
know,
think?
as a neutral observer, you know.
He's like, listen. We train society that blacks are able to call this a hate crime. Okay, so now I also want to cash in. We're the ones that taught it to them, so why can't I get that? If it was a black person, the cop's like, dude, what the hell are you talking about? You're a rabbi. Why do you have to do that? Aren't you supposed to be like some sort of pious man? Is he Orthodox, by the way? Is that how their fucking Orthodox people fucking act? No. There's only fundamentalist moves. It's only Orthodox Christians. There I said it.
I don't know. I don't even know what brand he ascribes to. He must be reformed. There's no way like
How much
the
do you want to
Hasids would be selling like sex toys and stuff.
There's
Like,
no wait a minute. I'm sorry. You're thinking like some moronic Christian where you actually have values and limitations.
Right.
Okay. Do you
Right.
remember who you're talking about right now? There's really the people who Debated, gone, and won. Have no way of having Orthodox dildos is what you're saying, dude. You're really selling them short.
Thing I love about that legend, right, is that they didn't just debate God and go away and tell themselves they won, right? In that story, God literally says to them, "Oh yeah, you've totally bested me, bros. Like I can't, like your intellect is just so incredibly awesome."
Yes. So Rabbi Shmuley is an American Orthodox rabbi who was ordained in 1988 and is affiliated with Chabad, the Chabad movement.
Oh, dude.
Yes, he's Orthodox. That's their Orthodox.
Of course he's Chabad. Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So Orthodox now means something with Christians. It means nothing with Moos. And when people hear Orthodox, they think Moo. They're fundamentalist Moos and Orthodox Christians.
It means something that he's associated with Chabad. That's in my opinion, that's far more pertinent than just calling him Orthodox. Although, what's the difference at this point? Like Chabad is like huge. I think
another blurred line.
Another blurred line.
Oh wow!
So Ardy, did you know that it's that time again? It's time to own the libs. Libs destroyed. Until the midterms, when I don't know, it looks like they're going to lose the Senate. Republicans are going to lose the Senate, and
we'll see.
Yeah, I guess we will see. I'm not looking forward to that shit. Like, could we just
rip the Band-Aid off? Can we just get it over with?
Trump, just please. Like, look, I know the Israelis got you into power, bro, but like, could you not destroy America in the process of helping them?
The idea that like it's instead of me praying to God, I go, listen, Trump, I don't ask you for a whole lot. Okay. I don't ask you for a whole lot, Trump, but if you could just grant me this one wish, okay?
President Trump, I don't know if you're really out there, but if you are, could you please not destroy America to help Israel? My mommy and daddy are very poor, and putting gas prices up and blocking the Strait of Hormuz means that we might go without food. Thank you, President Trump. Oh God.
Yeah, maybe I should just write with really poor handwriting, like a child wrote it to him and send it. What else? What do I have to lose, really?
Yeah, just write it with your non-dominant hand, just like scroll it out.
All I have left.
So No Kangs was engaged this week, Ardy, right? No Kangs, no tyrants, no rulers, except for their rulers, of course, right? But their rulers are democratically selected, right? And they will use the power of their democratic selection to ruthlessly suppress their political opposition. Schmidt vindicated again. I mean, how do you even? Honestly, right? Like, just to circle back, I really think that Lindsay's like panning of like Schmidt is honestly like one of his weakest positions. Although, actually, to be fair,
he popularized Schmidt.
I know
everything he goes against. He sends it into the stratosphere. I've never seen anything like it. It's no longer the Streisand effect. James Lindsay is creating his own effect. It is the Lindsay effect.
The Lindsay effect.
Where the ideology he's railing against all of a sudden is jettisoned into mainstream popularity.
The story of a retard struggling against the woke rights. But he finds out at the end that everything he fights against becomes more powerful. The Lindsay effect in cinemas this Friday.
James Lindsay is finding out that being a retard isn't all it's cracked up to be.
James Lindsay is finding out that being a retard is harder than it looks.
Rob Schneider is a carrot.
Rob Schneider as James Lindsay.
Yeah, it's worse than him being dude. Rob Schneider is a fan of James Lindsay. That would be amazing. We need that Rob Schneider movie. If he could do a biopic, being James Lindsay would be incredible.
Fuck, mate.
Let's crowdfund that. Let's crowdfund that.
Imagine if South Park were like actually based and still good, and they did an episode on fucking Lindsay. Holy shit, that would be fucking hilarious.
Right?
You know, like he goes to hell, and like, you know, Mustache Man is there like bumming Satan or something like that. You know,
in hell, there's actually a bunch of moos, and James Lindsay goes, "Oh, another Gnostic demon."
He's like, he goes up to St. Peter and he's like, "There's clearly been a mistake. What are these moos doing in hell? What am I doing in hell?" And he proceeds to call like St. Peter like woke right or something. he says that St. Peter isn't a real Christian. Oh fuck! It writes itself. Oh my god! Right, so no Kangs. This shit is fucking retarded. Like, I mean, look, nothing's changed. These people haven't gone away. In this house, we believe everything is retarded. You know what I mean, right? Like, that is, honestly, man, that is one of the weirdest things about America. Like, just walking down the street and seeing those, like, "In this house we believe" signs out on fucking people's, like, lawn. And they're so retarded. It's very, 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 very strange. Okay. Let's get into it.
It seems like there's a lack of diversity here today. That it's mostly people who look like you and I. And I just
It is not for black people, for people of color to get out on the street. They're at risk when they do that. If
I was
anybody's going to
almost
get arrested,
certain she was going to say water fountains. It's not for them. This is not for them. This is not theirs.
It's the new segregation. The blacks get to stay home and eat like, flaming hot Cheetos and drink, grape soda, right? And order KFC while the woke Bizol whites go out and like protest on their behalf. And then after the protest, they go up into the hood. There's a couple of them sitting on the stoop, right? The woke woman goes up and like, "I'd just like to thank you." What the fuck are you talking about, Whitey? Get the fuck out of here. It's nearly dark. You don't want to be caught in this hood after dark. Give me that chain.
You lost, motherfucker?
That's a nice chain. Give me that.
That's my chain.
It's my chain now. It was promised to me 3,000 years ago. Do you think that's what the Hebrew Israelite, the black Hebrew Israelites do?
Unironically, yes. It's built in. Dude, the crazy thing is, the black Hebrew Israelites are essentially our political friends. Isn't that incredible?
I know.
Isn't that wild? We need to we need to
weird.
do coverage of them unbelievably favorably. we gotta do a video.
I ran into a bunch of Nation of Islam guys down at Speaker's Corner once. It was weird. They're all dressed up in these incredibly nice suits and looking very, very conservative and stuff like that. Still talking about how the white man
White devil, jackal.
the white devil. And I was like, I don't know. I reckon I could get along with these guys.
Pat him on the head and go, quite the imagination on you. Come on, now do the moves. I know I'm the devil. Talk about the moves. Come on, give me the good stuff. Give me the classics. Give me Walk This Way. Give me Love in an Elevator. Come on, give me the classics, guys. None of this new stuff.
Loving a Kipper Vader. Buttering up as I'm going down. Oh God.
sit here, it's going to be a black person. It is not safe for them, and they don't need to participate. We need to walk in their name.
Gotcha. Okay. Wow. Okay. What do you think about voter ID? Do you think it's racist?
It's 100% a tactic to control the population and prevent people from voting, so that the only votes so that the gerrymandering can work, so that white voters can vote in white Christian males.
Have you been voting blue most of your life?
I voted blue in the womb.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Blue in the womb. How did your mother fit a ballot box up there?
We're a cult, by the way.
Imagine if someone does an ultrasound. Madam, what is that inside your womb? Doctor, I decided that I needed to teach my child democracy in the womb. So I shoved a ballot box up through my cervix.
Yeah, actually, when I was in my dad's balls and I felt like he was going to vote for Republican, I was kicking extra hard and clanging those motherfuckers together. That's how blue I am.
Gee. Oh God.
If you had to vote for a Republican, JD Vance or Rubio, which one would you pick if you had to?
I would slit my throat.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so wouldn't the black people you're defending? How much of a coincidence is that?
Now, look, there's been a lot of people saying that, No Kangs, the group that organizes them, Indivisible, run by two moos, obviously, but, there's nothing wrong with that. And, there's nothing important about that. Somehow has ties to communism. I would dispute that, right? Like, come on, bros, right? Like, they're just perfectly normal center-left idiots.
Revolution. There is only one solution. Communist revolution. Communist revolution. There is only one solution. There is only one solution. Communist revolution. Yeah, communism is gonna win, baby.
Yeah, pause it real quick. I think you're mischaracterizing them. I think these students just want a democratic society.
Oh, that's quite a catchy name, mate.
Isn't it?
SDS.
Yeah,
someone should set that up. You know what I mean?
Well, no, it hasn't been set up before. This is the new left, what they're doing right now.
Really?
This is leading into like the new, like the NDP, the new Democrat Party.
No, I thought this was the new left, right? Because they get unlimited respawns. So it's like they're the new left.
Has this happened? We'll see. I don't know if it has. We'll see.
Now, as you might imagine, No Kangs was filled with incisive political commentary. The art of dance and performance was much in evidence. Look at this biting critique of the US political system, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice. You see, Trump wears a diaper because he's a baby. He's a dumb baby.
He's a dumb baby.
That's the goof. You get it?
He seems to be why is he
fighting satire. You couldn't just put anyone in a diaper and call them dumb. No. That's unique to Trump.
However,
what the hell are you showing on my YouTube channel? What the hell is this?
This, my dear Ardy,
has
right?
been left out in the sun for too long?
This, thank you very much, is a stunning and brave example of bio-Leninism in action. And I don't want to hear like any critique of this person, right?
I'm sure that person also doesn't want to hear any criticism at all whatsoever.
I can't fucking believe this.
It's happening nationwide. No Kings. What does No Kings protest mean?
I think it means that the Dow is over 50,000. So that's what we should be paying attention to right now, okay?
Biting social commentary, ladies and gentlemen.
I know, but she's right. We also made fun of her for that same thing.
Yeah,
for the Dow
Jones.
That's true. That's how pathetic
true.
this administration is. I'm not going to blindly defend something. It's like, yeah, good job.
Yeah,
they're using the jokes that we used against you. Thanks a lot for that. Awesome. Very easy to defend this administration.
Yeah, thanks for that, Trump. You're doing a fucking bang up job, mate.
But really, we're sick and tired of this administration and all the wrongs that they're doing. It makes us sick. Most American people feel the same way. We need to take to the streets and do something about it. We're out here making fun of these insane people that currently have power in the White House because you have to clown fascists. They hate it. It hurts their ego, and it gets people going.
Someone in chat said, "This isn't the Mad Max I ordered."
Timu Mad Max. Oh my God!
How dare you make fun of that beautiful thing?
Wait. Where is it? I have more of said thing. Where is it? Yeah, here it is.
There it is.
Apparently, she is known as like the Doge Walker. I don't know. Like this is just too much, mate.
All you people who want to talk shit in my comments and say mean things.
Pause it real quick. You know how, like with James Lindsay, we sometimes feel like, wow, if only he got his ass kicked, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like this behavior would have been corrected.
Mm-hmm.
I think this disabled woman needs the fucking shit beaten out of her. Like,
well, I mean,
maybe she just needs to get her ass kicked one time so she acts right.
I don't know, mate. The woman on chain's a bit of a hottie. I can't see the face, but
Say that shit to my face. You know why I know that? because you voted for Trump. You have no courage. You
Pause it
have
real
no
quick.
soul.
Again, what is it with the angle from underneath? Can we? She would really benefit from a top angle. Couldn't we agree? Usually, men need a beard to paint out their chin.
She needs like.
Look at that little ice cream scoop of a chin she has.
She needs like a neck beard.
You are actively participating with being okay with the unaliving of innocent people.
Actively participating in the being okay of the unaliving of people. Is there a shorter way to say that?
And the pedophilic nature of the people that you're choosing to worship right now. So,
as people are worshiping her, we're worshiping people as she leads around able-bodied people on chains. Okay, all right, lady, come on.
It's such a parody. Like, this is literally like something you'd see on 4chan. Like, did you see those, like, all those there was one like artist on 4chan, right, who was like redoing like old masters with like soy jacks and stuff, and one of them was basically like just this tide of sort of like weird sort of like, you know, LGBTQ like freaks, like sort of, it's mate, I mean, you couldn't make it up. However, he's not impressed by your jokes.
Hold on,
bros.
I'm sorry, women in the audience that don't exist, so this is why it's so easy to say. If you're that fat, do not do the little part in the middle haircut, okay? For the love of God. Any other haircut. Not the, like, good boy Pendleton from the 1700s haircut. That is not helping your cause, all right?
Hi, everyone. My name is Jessica Elaine Blinkhorn. I'm an interdisciplinary artist, activist, and educator based in Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm also the brain behind Doge Walker. Now, if you've been active in the protest scene over the past year and a half, it's really likely you've seen me, but I know you've seen me online. Today was the March 28th, 2026 No Kings protest, and I attended the one downtown with a few friends of mine. There are always some videos making the rounds, and some of the comments are...
Pause it real quick.
What's the best way?
Brother,
All right, go ahead.
What's that, brother?
Say this. Lacking education. So I'm here to educate you because, after all, that's what I do.
I'll take a hard pass on that. Thanks very much. But, you know, of course, it's an educator.
So what Doge Walker is about is I take a single...
No, I don't want to explain. I get it. There's no way it's going to tell me anything that I didn't already know.
Well, you may be surprised to know, Ardy, that there were in fact some incredibly brain dead takes from the general people appearing at No Kangs.
Now you're being fat hose intolerant.
Yeah, well, actually, I feel like this is an excellent argument against universal suffrage, and people would be like, but Fist, right? What happens if, you know, they restrict the suffrage and it winds up that you're outside it? To which I reply, well, do I get like a functioning country or not? Because if you get a functioning country, honestly, I wouldn't really care that much.
Yeah, but don't you want the opportunity to fuck your country up? Isn't that the most important thing? Isn't that true liberty? Is the liberty to fuck it all up?
You wouldn't get a chance to express your voice at an election. Not listening to my voice at election time. What the fuck are you talking about?
The most important thing is that I say whatever I want to say. And look at where that's getting us. That's the most important thing.
No, man. The most important thing, right, is that every 4 years I get to put a little mark on a piece of paper, right, and stick it in a little fantasy box, and then nothing fucking changes, and you just do that again and again and again. And then
I can't believe you don't believe in the system.
But I do. I did a democracy, Ardy. I personally did a democracy.
Now you
right?
see, you want a democratic society. You get it.
What the fuck even is a democratic society?
It's where they do this. It's where you block traffic and they call it protesting. It's where you stalk federal agents and you call it protesting. You know, democracy, right?
Okay. That's probably not a definition
No, you can't do it. Only your political opposition can do it. Okay.
Right.
Also, you have to believe in some sort of universalism, while all of your political enemies get to be as tribal as a motherfucker. Okay, it's a great system.
It's only fair if you think about it, given all of the crimes that whites perpetuated. Gravity. The heat death of the universe, invention of black holes, asteroids, volcanoes,
abducting black
earthquakes.
people and making them millionaires. Really tough stuff.
Probably the greatest crime of all, to be honest.
You got a mom and daughter, I'm assuming, correct?
Yes,
You
sir,
are?
Yes, sir. My name is Melissa Group.
Melissa and?
Mia Group.
Mia. We're going to start with Mia. Mia, why you out here?
To protest and make a better democracy.
And your sign, this is a together sign, I guess.
Yes,
To explain your together sign, Mia.
So it's supposed to be about we get to make a statement and they just silence us and they don't get to do that. We have the right.
I know it's just a kid, right? I don't
Yeah,
want to be.
but the adults sound fucking identical at the same time.
I don't want to be excessively mean, right?
Criticizing the behavior that also the adults do.
Look at the hope and wonder in her eyes. Has yet to be crushed by the enormity that is the government, right?
Well, I mean, naturally, kids are inquisitive, and then she's made to feel like shit if she questions it.
Dude, do you ever remember looking that hopeful, Ardy, and being like, oh, we just have to participate in the system and everything will be better.
Everyone that listens to the stream would have bullied the shit out of me in middle school. I believed everything. I believed it over and over again. Okay, I was unbelievably gullible as a child, as a teenager.
She'll make a wonderful stripper one day. Dude. Oh, dude. My name is Champagne. I really like that name. What do you do for work?
Well, I'm just curious, from James Lindsay's standpoint, isn't that her right to do it?
Well, as long as it's legal, right?
True or false? That's what they are pushing in society, is it not?
Yeah. Look, as long as it's legal, right? They did pass a law.
Liberty first, above every other principle, right?
Yep.
You have the right to do that, Mom. Melissa, just what does it mean for you to have your little one out here today? And how important is it for you?
Well, I have 3 girls, and so it is so important to build a better future for them. We are here to be the light, not to squash it out, and so it means everything to have my daughter with me.
Now,
it's so important that
love
my
the analogies.
daughter has the ability to have an abortion so that my race just completely dies out. And so that's why I'm out here protesting. Yeah.
It's gonna take a long time in the camp to reverse this, though. So I don't know. I'm on the fence.
Looking at your signs, who put it together? Whose idea was this? Tell me. This is your idea? Tell me about it. How'd you come with this idea?
I just looked up some ideas and I just put it together.
How does it feel to be her mom?
Looked up some
I'm
ideas.
so incredibly proud, and she has her own voice. She's here because she wants to. She knows it's the right thing. It just means everything that I'm raising her to be the light, to be a future for all of us.
Now, mind you, they think they're being liberal, right? They don't think they're being commie at all whatsoever. They just want a democratic society.
Now, what the fuck is these guys?
Yeah, I want to ask you that. I want to ask you what you're going to do to me right now. I know you don't like the things that I put you through, but that doesn't mean that you have to retaliate like this, okay?
It does mean that I have to retaliate. Right? That's how this shit works, right? I cannot be the only one on this podcast to get brain cancer, Ardy, right? It's a principle of equity. We must both have the brain tumor.
We're gonna bang out to Snoopy soon.
Yes. Okay. So what does this sign say? Something.
It looks like it's a bunch of load sperms on it, but
it is.
I don't think there's a lot. I think that's a bulk of the writing on it. Trump is a piece of cum.
Well, I hate Trump because, he's doing everything.
Wait. How did he win the race and the election? Oh, right. So he's like, how did Trump even get born? Right? Obviously, Trump's a retard.
So he's a hard worker. He was the
Wait. Is he saying that because Trump's a retard, his daddy was a retard? That sounds very race essentialist.
I mean, I think this is why people say the left can't meme and also the kosher centrist, because we're stuck trying to fucking decrypt the joke they're trying to make every fucking time.
Mate, if they could develop like an encryption algorithm based on this shit, right? It'd be the most secure one on the planet, and no one would ever be able to decrypt it.
Including them.
He's making it a crime to be trans. He's deporting people who are like legal immigrants, and he's deporting people who aren't even immigrants. People who are born here. He's just doing all these horrible things, and he doesn't even like. He's denying climate change exists, and then like dirtying the world.
How is he making it a crime to be trans?
I've heard that in an article and from some of my friends, but I don't know if that's true or not. But I wouldn't put it past him.
Are you trans?
No, I am not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think there's still trans people. I saw a few in the mall.
I am pansexual though.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what does that mean?
It means that I don't really mind gender at all. If I like someone, I like them.
Terrific.
They had to invent a word, right?
To make you gay without knowing you're gay.
No. But just there's a whole bunch of these like weird gender things that are basically like, I won't sleep with you unless I like you, right? I.e. the opinion that literally everyone used to have. Oh yeah, I won't sleep with someone like unless I like them. Okay, what the fuck?
I like to have consent-based, affectionate, emotionally supplemented sex. Oh, you like just regular sex, right?
I think actually
in relationship sex, you know, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think a lot of these pronouns like actually developed because of like all the weird like gays and troons coming around, like just basically pressuring like younger people for sex and being like, oh well, you know, if you're of this sexuality, then you know you can't resist my advances, and so they're like, shit, I really need a way to like keep this old creep off my off my junk. Oh, actually, I'm like neutre or like whatever.
Yes, gender neutre was the gender of the person that made Jordan Peterson famous. They called themselves gender neutre. That's how long I've been following this gay stuff for. that never comes up in conversation. Finally, that was not satisfying at all that I knew that.
Le gender neutre.
How many genders are there?
I don't know a specific number or anything. Yeah.
Like more than 2?
I would say so, yes.
More than 50?
Maybe. I don't know.
All right. Well, because your sign looks like a pro-life sign.
Okay.
Is that what you were hoping for?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
I really want my race to die out, actually.
And why not? Why aren't you pro-life?
Well, I feel like abortions are a necessary thing. I mean, if someone isn't ready for pregnancy, then they should be able to stop it, you know?
Why don't they just not do the thing that gets you pregnant?
Well, maybe they don't have a choice in it. Maybe they were raped.
Sure, but the majority of cases are women who just don't want the baby and, you know, they consented to sex.
Well, in that case, maybe it was like an accident. They didn't mean for it to happen.
Okay. Yeah, dude. When I hang you upside down over a toilet and flush it, it's going to be an accident, okay?
Listen, it happens to me all the time. You know, you're just walking down the street, right? Like, you know, accidentally wind up with some cock in you, right? It could happen to anybody.
A story as old as time.
Story as old as time.
I mean, they can, like, people are still just gonna make love and stuff, so.
But it's kind of like playing the lottery. You consent to win, you consent to lose. So if you're gonna consent to sex, I feel like you should consent to the possible outcomes of sex, right?
I mean, I guess, but at the same time, like, if you're not ready for something like that, you shouldn't do it in the first place. I get that. But also, you might not have expected that to happen. So, I mean, people know that there's gonna be something that, like, if people expect that there's gonna be something, like, to stop the pregnancy if it happens, then they should be able to go to that solution.
Do you think that a baby dies in an abortion?
No, not really.
What happens then?
I mean, yeah. Okay.
For fuck's sake. Right, final one from the No Kangs, then we'll do super chats.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah, I'm so glad you included this.
Isn't it a little bit homophobic that we're so focused on the straights of homos and not the gays of homos?
Yes, I agree. Yes, for sure.
Why do you think they're willing to leave the gays of homos behind?
I think it's just historically, like, you know, gays have always been
historically
just wrong on so many levels.
Even in war.
Yeah, even in war. It just takes more reform in government, obviously, and then also educating society.
Just feel like if we're gonna go in there, we can't leave the gay people behind.
Right,
I don't think we should go in there at all, but if we're going to, the gays of homos, we could turn it into Fire Island.
For sure.
He guides people with his tone so well. Proving that nobody is really listening. They're just guided by tones.
Okay, super chats.
Aramaic
discourse for $5. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rob.
Could you restart the stream, but speak in a Bay Area progressive uptick for the entirety of it instead? Doctor told me my blood pressure was too low. Oh, that's terrible.
We can raise your blood pressure. That we can do for you.
If you want to raise your blood pressure, just listen to the stream, bro. Thank you very much. You deserve what you tolerate for $5. Thank you. Gypsy Crusader versus Rabbi Shmuley boxing match when?
Dude, he would do some WWE foreign object, throw something in his eyes, and then complain to the ref that something was thrown in his eyes. He would be so crooked about it.
Yeah.
Total heel.
Lenny Grad for $5. There is no similarity between the Orthodox Christianity and the Orthodox in Mudaism. Floating signifier, totally different concepts. Correct.
I like that term, floating signifier.
Yeah. Total Blackout Painting, TBP. Good to see you, man. Member for 6 months. I don't think Rob Schneider is a fan of Lindsay. Rob's based as hell.
Now hold on. I
hope you're doing all right, TBP. Guys in the chat, if you could pray for the return of Total Blackout Paintings cat, Asher. Lovely, lovely cat. Is Asher back? TBP. We pray for his safe return. It's a lovely cat.
Now hold on. Now, unfortunately, Rob Schneider has literally said James Lindsay is right again. Okay, I hate to break this to you.
Rob Schneider and James Lindsay.
Yes. and then Rob Schneider said my book features a chapter with James Lindsay and I's talkings. And James Lindsay is a tireless, fearless, and brilliant deconstructor of the current war on Western culture. He is a full-on Lindsayite.
That is 2022, right? Is there anything more recent?
We got 2025. James Lindsay is right again. October 3rd.
Right. Okay.
I know. I hate to ruin everyone's day, but I'm an autistic stickler for the truth, unfortunately. So the more you know, unfortunately.
Total Blackout Painting for $10. This is a protest against tyranny. No Schwarzes. That's right. Thank you very much. Moon Ninja for $5. I just got here 1 hour late. Can you wait 1 hour for me to catch up? Maybe. Think
about it.
JLM Knight for 5 loonies. Thank you. The left is just theater kids all the way down. Yeah, true.
All the way down, all the way up, all the way around, baby. It's what they've always been. Performative, actors, pampered, rich kids.
Deadpool kid for $5. If anyone knows earlier Mad Max films, Lord Humongous's daughter just wanted some guzzling and quarter pounders. Leave the quarter pounders and no one will get hurt. Fatter and furious. Leningrad for $5. Okay, kids, now make statements about Israel. I don't.
As always.
And Buford Justice.
Oh, hello there.
Mate, Chadley behavior right there. Thank you very much.
Now, new fellows, newly added hard R fellows, you're going to want to do the Isaiah trilogy. You're going to want to go to members only streams. There's going to be 2 streams on Isaiah L. Carter, and then a public stream that was done recently that is going to put a dent in over 10 hours of your time, and it is quite a saga. But at the same time, I don't know if I trust this guy putting up that much. Maybe he's sending people behind the paywall to get secrets on me.
Oh, you're on the payroll of the Jews.
I don't know, man. You just don't know nowadays, you know? Thank you so much, Buford. Very much appreciated.
Oh, my God, and he's back again for $20.
Oh, hello there.
Thank you, Buford.
Thank you.
The moos will always choose the moos over non-moos, even if said moos views are diametrically opposed. Us Caucasians need more in-group loyalty. Yeah, I do agree with you on that.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have a new Chad.
And now the Chad does what the Chad wants, and no one is stopping him because Chad does what Chad wants.
Thank you so much, Buford. Very much appreciated.
He can't be stopped. He cannot be stopped. Thank you very much, Buford. Right, super chat's achieved.
Okay,
What have we got? Yeah, right.
So
okay.
let me set it up for everybody.
Also,
okay?
zoom in your thing a bit. It's hard to read. Get rid of the side panel. Yeah, there we go. Right, nice.
Okay. Now, the NDP stands for the New Democratic Party. Okay. Now, there's already been a movement called the New Left. All right. Now, this started with Students for a Democratic Society in the 1960s. Now, this is why I say they get unlimited respawns. Okay. Now, if you can believe it, all this really did was have like splinter offshoot groups like the Weather Underground. Okay.
And let's not forget the involvement of Mark Huser and the Frankfurt School in the SDS and the New Left. Indeed, it was Mark Huser's one-dimensional man that sort of like launched the New Left. Something I actually learned from James Lindsay back in the day before he donned the kipper of shame. Essentially,
you have to be an anti-communist, you have to ignore all of the Mu associations. And of course, this was initially started in 1905, which does transition into a video I made in the historically reflective playlist on my channel, the BLM of 1935, the Harlem Race Riots. A lot of sociology came from this group right here. And of course, Walter Lippmann, famously of the German Connecticut Lippmanns, okay? Mooish involvement. So a lot of this stuff goes back to like almost probably the 1800s. I just don't care to go back that far, okay? We have confirmation of 1905 over here. Now, mind you, and I really want this to stick with everyone, the New Left was a counterculture in the 60s, all right? Now, what made them the New Left? Now, they were very far left, okay? Their far left was feminism, gay rights, drug policy reforms, and gender relations, which is now the norm for the Democrat Party, okay?
And you know why they were the New Left? It was because communism got widely discredited after the Holodomor. And you know why it was discredited after the Holodomor? Because Stalin turned on the Moose. That's literally the reason, right? Israel got set up, and Stalin was suddenly like, hang on, it looks like Israel's working against the interests of the USSR. He turned on the Moose. And then all of a sudden, all of the glowing press that the USSR was getting in America, and they were getting tons, right? America was giving them money, was like covering for their crimes, was being like, oh, the USSR, it's like so awesome, bros. That turned on a dime. And then all of a sudden, all this stuff came out about like the starvations and like how bad crap was going in the USSR. And then that got discredited. And suddenly all the, Western lefties were like, oh, but we thought we were going to do a heckin' wholesome Chungus communism. Because if you look at the propaganda, particularly like, sort of like the early 50s, sort of late 40s stuff, they're like, oh, the USSR, it's, a new awesome society. Then Stalin turned on the Moose and it turned on a dime. And now the New Left was like a way of being like, well, we're going to still do a communism, but not like that, basically.
Yes. And did you know that in the United States, the CIA, through the Congress for Cultural Freedom, funded various intellectuals and cultural organizations and magazines affiliated with the New Left that championed anti-communist ideas and Western values. So this is the game that they play. Because out of the New Left came the Weather Underground, which is like one of the few like leftist, communist, actual domestic terrorist bombings at the Capitol building. Many other things as well that happened. Asada Shakur, a lot of stuff in there. So the whole point, okay, is for them to go, hey, we're reasonable. We just want rights for gays. We just want feminism. We just want this stuff, okay? And then radicalization forms, and they go, hey, we're not agreeing with that radicalization. Well, you're fostering it, and then it usually ends in violence, okay? And pushing the public perception of what's normal further and further left. So when you see DSA, which is socialist, when you see the New Democrat Party, it is this exact same strategy. They get unlimited respawns. They are doing nothing new. The only difference is that they've maxed out on the gay stuff. It used to be really counterculture to be gay back then, but now it's mainstream, so it looks like they're going through a lot of confusion. I'm going to throw it back to you, baby.
Yeah, I noticed you skipped over it, but there's literally a picture of Marcuse in the article.
New Left?
On the New Left. Yeah. Put it back and scroll down. It cannot be. See, there he is. Herbert Marcuse, associated with the Frankfurt School of Critical Theory, is celebrated as the father of the New Left. Again, right? Back before Lindsay became like a retard and the vax got into his brain or whatever the fuck like happened to him.
The moose. It was the moose.
Right?
I think it was the moose.
He was all over this basically, right? Did some excellent work on the description of the New Left, one-dimensional man, all of this like kind of stuff. See, look, the Marxists who became disillusioned with the authoritarian nature of communist parties eventually formed the New Left. See?
Interesting.
So that's basically what happened, right? Now, I'm pretty sure that this is going to like follow, a sort of a similar arc, except not, because if it becomes authoritarian whilst it's being controlled by the moos, then that is good authoritarianism, right?
Yes.
If it becomes authoritarian while not being controlled by the moos, then that is a bad authoritarianism. They had no problem with the authoritarianism of like the Bolsheviks or like the early USSR, right? As long as they were in control of it, right? Then they got good press and like all the loans they could eat and subsidies and this, that, and the other. But as soon as Stalin turned on the moos, communism fell out of style. All the crimes that had happened under the communist regime came out, and bada bing, bada boom. And then they're like, actually, what we really need is like, what was okay? I'm reaching back in my brain here.
Yeah, not a problem.
Marcuse's critique of one-dimensional man, I believe, was actually capitalism bad. What we need is sort of a polymorphous sexuality where everybody is like free. He's just a dirty old man.
I know, dude, but it's always German moos. Like German moos are like the most pernicious one. Like when we say moos, we really mean German moos for the most part historically.
And the Russian ones too.
Yes.
Yeah. You can just imagine fucking Marcuse like, prowling around various universities being like, actually what we really need is polymorphous sexuality. we need to free ourselves from the chains of capitalism. Fucking just
chains.
With chains. We need to piss.
So I think we should start off. So there's young fellas that are in the chat, the stream. Okay, so there's some people that still don't know about this. Now, when you're streaming and you're making content, you're always going to have a younger generation that's coming up and watching content. So I do want to cover the DSA because there's some people that are like 23, 24. This is 7 years ago. They were probably 17, not having any idea of this stuff actually existed. So I want to make sure we're all caught up before we look at the new NDP. This is the DSA from 2019.
I would encourage you to go back and watch, I think it's the second episode of Ardy and Fist where we covered Saul Alinsky.
Yeah.
Right? I think it's called Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
I would highlight because, basically before we sort of developed this format and we were still like fleshing it out, we did like a bunch of sort of like American history stuff. And Saul Alinsky is another critical newish figure in sort of the rise of the American left. It's crucial that you understand his role basically in black liberation. So Marcuse was mainly talking to the white university kids, whereas Alinsky was mainly talking to the blacks and like the labor movement, essentially.
Very nice. That is
strategy.
That is objectively true. Also, with the help from I can never remember it, the CMS, the CLR, the CMR. What was it? The Community Relations
the CRS,
Service?
the Community Relations Service. Yeah, the CRS. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also did like a full summary on the CRS on Empire of Lights with Yiz the Eunuch, who I believe is actually in the chat. How you doing, Yiz?
That's what's up, baby.
Actually, Arden, if you could search, there's a playlist on my YouTube channel. If you could search for the one about the Community Relations Service, I forget what it's called. Yiz always came up with quite confusing titles, but if you could find that and post it in the chat, that would be like awesome, mate.
All right, so now let's make fun of some nerds because we're cool and they're nerds.
Now, before COVID happened, one of the most sort of hilarious things for the politics watchers,
the pre-COVID era, right?
Pre-COVID era, right, was the 2019 Democratic Socialists of America conference. Now, at the time, this just seemed retarded, but little did we know that this was going to like move through society.
This is simpler times right here.
Yeah,
this is
like a case of norovirus, and we would all be shitting pronouns before you fucking know it, right? Check this out. Oh my God, this is 12 minutes. Damn.
If you're standing up, could you please sit down and get into a seat so that there aren't so many people moving around? And then let me consult the people who are counting. So everyone who is not a counter, take a seat. Take a seat. Everyone on the walls, take a seat so that we can count.
Pause it real quick.
When there's so many people moving around, it's very difficult to count.
You can't not sound condescending talking to these people. Even they themselves end up sounding condescending to them.
This poor girl, right? By the end of this like conference, she honestly looks like she's about to like end it all.
Oh, she does a hilarious shrug at some point.
Quick
point of privilege. Quick point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Guys, first of all, James Jackson, Sacramento, he, him.
Pause it.
Just want to say, can we
pause it? So the red object on the bottom right, okay? Now, this guy is offended at something standing up. And he said, hey, guys. So the little thing that's red on the bottom right went, oh. So now we have a chain reaction of offendedness surging throughout the crowd in literally less than 2 seconds.
Do not use gendered language. Like this is like I even have that line memorized. Like this was so. Oh my God, I laughed so hard.
The voice of a generation.
Voice of a generation. Yeah, totally.
Please keep the chatter to a minimum. I'm one of the people who's very, very prone to sensory overload. There's a lot of whispering and chatter going on. It's making it very difficult for me to focus. Please, can we just, I know we're all fresh and ready to go, but can we please just keep the chatter to a minimum? It's affecting my ability to focus. Thank you.
Thank you, comrade.
I think that's bad.
Okay, is there a speaker against name, chapter, pronoun?
Point of personal privilege. Please do.
Point of personal privilege.
Yes, master.
Yes, I have a point of personal privilege, master.
Not use gendered language to address everyone.
Okay.
Okay.
Hang on. Right.
Yeah.
We have a lot of disabled comrades, and a lot of those are invisible disability. First of all, in this room, I see that no one's clapping for me. It could be because I'm not engaging, but it also is because everyone's doing this. And that's really important because those loud bursts of noise, even though this is a noisy space, when we can do something like reducing that, that's really important. So please don't clap, shoot up these. And additionally with the noise issue, like avoid hissing, avoid waving banners, right?
Why are they fucking hissing? Why are they a bunch of hissing snakes going?
Because they're bitchy guys. Thank you very much.
Please, can we stop the hissing, the rattling of our tails, okay? The digging our fangs and releasing venom into each other. Can we please stop acting like a pit of fucking snakes, for the love of God?
This is literally hell.
Right? Tell them to stop hissing, dude. They can't act human.
Like Dante could not have envisioned a circle of hell like this. You know what I mean, right? Just like this is like the 14th circle of hell where you just like eternally condemned to fucking participate in like DSA meetings until the end of time.
If you don't know what to do, show up these, right? I'm sure there's lots of ways that we can communicate to each other without needing to rely on something that's going to hurt somebody else. We have quiet rooms that are available. There's a range of options of these, right? On 7, there's one that has video but no sound. If you still want to be able to observe the convention, but the sound is an issue.
Pause it.
There's also on Piedmont.
Okay, so we have video with no sound, and then there's closed captions. Okay, that's one of the room. Now, imagine you're very high anxiety, and he's about to list off to you all of these different rooms you can go in for different reasons and where they are. Now, mind you, you're high anxiety and the noise is too much. So you're also supposed to remember these list of options for you to go to when you're having a panic attack.
And so you're meant to go into like a dark room at the edge of the DSA conference. You're probably going to get molested. Like to try to like get some peace and quiet. Someone comes in like, point of personal privilege. Dude.
On 8, a completely quiet room. One thing to note there, please don't go into that space with anything that's like an aggressive scent, for instance, right? Because that's going to be difficult for people. Don't talk to cops. Don't talk to MAGA assholes. We're almost there. Just but thank you.
Quick point of privilege once again. Hi, James Jackson, Sacramento DSA, he, him. I have already asked people to be mindful of the chatter of their comrades who are sensitive to sensory overload. And that goes double for the heckling and the hissing. It is also triggering to my anxiety.
Why are they still hissing? They can't stop going. They can't stop hissing. Guys, and again, the rattling of the tails, okay? It sounds like maracas whenever I'm trying to listen over here.
Isn't just for like, let's keep things civil or whatever. It's so that people aren't going to get triggered and so that it doesn't affect their performance as a delegate, okay?
After that, we're going to go through adopting the rules. So with that, everyone, we're going to start voting. So let's take a deep breath. Great. And so I'm going to welcome Brian to give the credentials report.
Hi, everybody. Brian Laverne, he, him from Houston.
And now we're going to move on to the resolutions and
very
amendments
brief.
committee.
Very brief point of information. If you are using a microphone, talk into it directly like I am right now. And do not wave your face back and forth because people cannot hear you. That is all.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for the pointers. Yes.
So I'm not saying they're snakes, okay? All I'm saying is they keep hissing and waving their heads back and forth. They're talking like this and waving their heads back and forth in front of the microphone and hissing, okay? I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall in this room.
Oh my God.
I could take it. I could have taken it. I would have sat there in silence for 8 hours and just absorbed it.
Could someone please run a mic to the comrade in the jean jacket, of which there are many?
Terrific. We like to have fun here.
I simply had a question.
Sorry, could we? Thank you. We are debating the amendment to the committee report, and that amendment is to swap 6 of the the amendment is to take 6 different delegates to recognize 6 different delegates from East Bay from what the committee report says.
Okay,
Great.
pause it. Okay, so how would you vote, Fist, on that resolution?
To take 6 different delegates from each. Oh God,
dude, it's everyone already has a learning disability there, and that's how she said what they're voting on.
I would just check out, man. I would just sit
You
quietly.
can't. You have to be there for your comrades. You're being a bad comrade right now.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, sucks to be you then, I guess, right? I'm
absolutely done with it.
I'm a bad comrade. Bad comrade. That'd be a great name for it. At the DSA convention, they're trying to change the world, but one man will not participate. Bad comrade.
Rob Schneider is bad comrade.
Rob Schneider is bad comrade.
Where he's posing
Bad
as James
comrade.
Lindsay going undercover.
Oh my God.
He needs to be James Lindsay in a movie. That has to happen.
Unironically, back in 2019, Lindsay would have done a very, very base take on this. You know what I mean?
He
Like,
probably
you know,
did. He probably did.
Get to the mic, please.
So point of clarification in that the chair gave a report. There was a verbal second from the audience on the report of which was given, and then there was a motion for an amendment to that. What are we actually talking about at this point, and then what is the vote going to be?
Thank you.
We need to be very clear about the work that we are trying to do. It is important.
So in voting yes, are we voting to
Yes. Yeah. So voting yes
uphold the delegates?
No. So voting yes means that you want the substitute 6 delegates to be seated instead of the delegation that is outlined in the credentials committee report.
So, thank you. Awesome.
Does that make sense? No.
So does that make sense? She goes, does that make sense? And everyone goes, no. Wow, a unanimous vote that makes no fucking sense. You know, it really is great that the democracy does work sometimes. Does that make sense to everybody? Unanimous. Fucking not even close, lady. You want to try it again? Oh, here we go. Here we go. So now this is very important. Play this part.
If you agree with what the report recommended, then you should. I'm just asking. I'm trying to understand what.
Voting yes means that you are supporting the challenge to the East Bay delegation.
Point of privilege. Can I reiterate that we, for the sake of our comrades who have sensory issues, refrain from hissing, loudly shouting out your opinion on a vote?
Dude, this is the third time that he's had to say, can you guys please hissing. I understand making noise. I understand talking. I understand chatter. Never in my life, and I've been to many public events, have I heard this repetitious complaint of the fucking hissing. He's like, guys, I'm telling you, again, you're hissing. Like, what the fuck does that sound like, dude? What is going on in there?
Or waving banners and signs that reflect your vote in front of people?
Yes,
Thank
absolutely.
you.
Thank you. Okay, so now, is there any further debate on the credentials committee report?
Point.
Hold on. Point of order. Yep.
Thank you. So,
sorry, what's your name? And
my name is Trey. I use they, them, and he, him pronouns.
Pause it.
I'm from Memphis.
If
Thank
you
for
use
asking.
they, them pronouns and he, him pronouns, you use he, him pronouns. Can we all just agree on that? You know, I'm a person, but you can also call me a grapefruit. Well, I'm probably going to call you a person. I'm probably not going to change what I was originally going to do. I don't know why you would give me the choice of something easy, normal, and regular and something absurd.
It's just so weird.
Nice to meet you.
Well, hold
Sorry.
on. Pause. We're going to see.
had a question.
I want to know if it got better or worse with the NDP in 2026. Okay, so hopefully the fellows are taking notes right now. All right.
Look at that. Look at that freeze frame. It's like,
that's
I'm really
unbelievably racist of her.
I'm listening. I'm engaging. Oh my god, this
Dude,
poor
try
girl.
to draw her face where you live and don't go to jail.
Impossible.
So, Nick, Jack, what is his name? Or what is their name?
Fucking who
Nick
are
J.
you?
They were elected as an at-large delegate before they resigned. Is that correct? No. Okay, then never mind.
Now, we are going to...
Point of information, could you please let us know how many delegates there are?
Anyone know that? Hold on one second.
No idea how many.
Nobody
idea.
cares. No, like, it's like this is just kindergarten.
Does this
It's
remind you of being at a
like
meeting for like
kindergarten.
corporate, like having a corporate job and you have like a mandatory meeting everyone has to go to and no one gives a shit?
Yep. Oh, we're going to change the world. Oh my god.
I believe 1,057.
Thank you. Hi, I am NDP from Los Angeles, they, them pronouns. Could I please ask the chair to, again, there was a previous point of privilege about waving around signs, that it is distracting to other comrades. I have autism. This is distracting to me. I would like to ask our fellow delegates, please, to not wave around your signs, especially during voting. Thank you.
I'm sorry. Did you find something funny just then? Somebody has a mental illness and you're going to laugh at them? It's not very Christian of you.
Yes, I am. I totally am. Look, I'll take it up with my priest, right? The thing is, right, like in the new socialist utopia, right, that they're trying to like basically like invent, okay? So non-gendered language is banned, signs are banned, sounds are banned, strong scents are banned.
Just give us the Maoist like uniforms already, right? Strip everybody of their identity, make them all just look the same already.
I think this is even fucking worse than Mao. I don't know, man, right? Like, be like Maoism, but like everyone is gay and trans or something like that.
Right, because Mao was just terrifying, not annoying. This is death by 1,000 cuts right now. It's like, yeah, just put me in a camp already, for the love of God.
Thank you.
Yes. Please do not wave around your signs. Thank you. Madam Chair, at this point, we're waiting for the vote to be created. When it's ready, I'll let you know, and there will be a URL projected on the screen, and you will be able to put that in either to your phone, your laptop, or you can go use one of the iPads that we have ready.
Thank you, Chair. Nick, he, him, his from Twin Cities. This is on behalf of a delegate who's currently in the remote room. They say that it is very hard to see the screens and cannot get a URL.
So he goes to the safe room where it's no audio and just the screen. He's like, can you run down there real quick and tell them that I can't see the screen? Thanks. And also, can you give me a puppy and a candy bar? I hate to be a bother.
Oh my God. Oh,
Revolution. These are the people on the streets, okay?
I mean, I think this is a deliberate tactic by the Moos, right? Because if you had an actual like government like that got into power with this kind of stuff, they would literally just do nothing.
But they want to foster weakness. Yes.
Yeah, you could just do whatever the hell you wanted, right? You just be like, oh, you're part of the government. Go over there and play in the, in the soft toy corner, right?
Yeah. How demoralized are these people? They cannot deal with any bit of reality. The answer, in 1984 is I don't know is the correct answer. None of them know what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Share what's going on?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that we've hit the Opavert server too hard, and I'm going to go call Jeff.
Point of information then?
Yes.
Okay. I'm old school, folks, and it's probably some technical problem we can't solve. So my point of information is really a question. Is it possible that we do this the old-fashioned way and have the yeses on one side of the room and no's on the other?
No.
Would that be possible for the chair to do?
I would suggest not doing that because there's going to be a little bit too much motion. We're going to take a hand count right now, and hopefully the online voting system will work
Remember
soon.
in kindergarten
counter
where
has
you
gone
would be like if you were in gym class or something, you would be lined up in two sides for two different teams. Like this is something that grade school children are capable of doing, where their brains are barely formed.
Oh my God, man. It's just condensed bio-Leninism.
Around and confirmed, nodded at you.
What bio-Leninism is.
So bio-Leninism is the idea that you create a political coalition and ruling movement by elevating sort of the most lowest and broken people in society. So criminals, drug addicts, the disabled. And the reason why you do this is because if you elevate these people, right, they are 110% loyal to you because, you basically sort of found them in the gutter. And because their disabilities and their sort of mental illnesses mean that they cannot separate from you. So let's consider the trans, for example. Okay, so because they need a constant supply of like hormones and validation and, child victims or, whatever. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
They can't separate from your political movement. So they are sort of like loyal in a biological way, essentially. You know what I mean? Right. Like, because you pay for their,
creating
their
dependency
medication.
in like the most pernicious way.
Yes. And because like, you get this, basically these people are fanatics, right? And whatever it is that because they've been, quote unquote, rejected by society, right? It's very, very easy to sort of build up in them this like seething hatred that, they weren't normal or, God like made them disabled or trans or, whatever. Okay. And then when the time comes to, do the revolution, they make like excellent shock troops. And then they generally sort of like get killed off in the revolutionary advance. And then you're just like free basically to take over.
Yeah, kind of like the retards in the street that throw their bodies out there and stock ice and stuff like that. See, but now it's a very freezing cold war. They're like, you know what? Let's just do like a lot. The more psychological, the better, right? And then James Lindsay feels like there's this woke right spirit out there. Like that's how much of a psychological war it is, where they're chasing fake demons.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is, right, it's been a tenet in politics, generally speaking, that you need to control your radical fringe, okay? This tends to be more true on the left, generally, because they get infinite respawns, obviously, right? So
yeah,
this happens again and again and again. Because leftism induces mental illness, you always wind up with this like insane radical communist fringe. And then whoever winds up like ruling, if they don't want to destroy their entire country, they have to control these people. Except over time, some of these ideas basically seep into the mainstream, which I think is how you've got shit like climate change, for example, right? So like you've got all these countries in Europe that have like blown up all their coal-fired reactors, power plants, right? And
essentially doing the bidding of the fucking Extinction Rebellion.
Yeah, basically, right? So Extinction Rebellion is a really good example of like what should be, right, like a totally fringe ideology that managed to infiltrate itself into the mainstream. And the way that it did it was being like, oh, we're all going to die. Like, no. And of course, tons of mush money, I would imagine, right? Now, on the right, I mean, you could have the same dynamic, right? Like, you could have, I suppose, like a group of people who are like, we're going to be radical Protestants, right? And anyone who won't convert to Protestantism, we're going to like, do a jihad against them. But I feel like those people are easier to control because their goals are much easier to enumerate, right? Like you just say to them, like, listen, we're not doing a purge of the heretics against like the Catholics and everybody else. Whereas with the left, the goals are incredibly vague. Like no one really ever enumerates what they want. And by the way, this is by Mooish design. Again, to call back to Lindsay, when he used to actually be doing good work.
Wow,
he was
you miss him so much, don't you? You should
I
give
do.
him a call.
Honestly, I do. That guy taught me so much before he fucking joined the Kipperverse, right? So Theodore Adorno wrote a book called The Dialectic of Enlightenment, where he talks about how the utopia can never be defined in what it is, but only in what it isn't. And this is basically what these people are doing. Like if you ask them what precisely it is that they want, they won't really be able to tell you. All they can really tell you is all the things that they don't want, right? And again,
and this is why I say it's a negative identity, like anti-fascist or anti-communist. It's what do you want? Democracy. What does that mean? I'm walking away from this conversation.
Yeah, no, but it means like we don't want any hate. We don't want any Christians. We don't want any white guys. Like no. And then they don't really sort of consider what society would look like once they remove it. It's like you go into a house and you're like, oh, I don't like that wall, knock it down. I don't like that wall, knock it down. I don't like that wall. And then they knock all the walls down and then they wind up like in a heap of rubble. And they're like, well, that didn't work. Let's go to the next house and try it again, because real knocking all the walls down and trying to get the roof to levitate on its own has never been tried, right? Why has it never been tried? Because it never worked. Why has it never worked? Fascism, right? They'll just present like
it's the Ouroboros cycle, the birth-death cycle.
Whereas at least on the right, okay, if you had like crazy people, like again, right, like we're gonna purge everyone who isn't Protestant, you'd have a pretty like well-defined win condition, right? Are there still Protestants? Are there still anyone who isn't Protestant? Lose condition. Is everybody Protestant? Win condition. Now, so it's a much better, a much easier to define win condition. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying like such an idea would not be crazy, just that you would have a well-defined win condition that you could say we either won or we lost. The left doesn't have anything like that. It's so entirely.
Well, that's what progress is in progressing towards communism, essentially.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And this I'm pretty sure there's like a Kabbalistic idea for this as well. It's been a while since I've like looked into this, but this idea that you just take away all the negative thing, all the stuff that you don't like, right? And whatever is left is the utopia. And it's fucking retarded, because one of the things about politics generally and society is that every single thing that you do has knock-on effects. So you'll have bonuses to things, right? And negative repercussions too. Okay, so the trick for a society is to manage it so that you have as many positive things as possible, and the negative things are like controlled or minimized. Do you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
And this idea that, so let's take something like prostitution in a Christian society. Okay, so I think was it Constantine who rewrote the legal code in Constantinople? I think it was him. Anyway, at some point, all the Roman legal codes got rewritten, right? And Constantine's view on prostitution was not that you should eradicate it, because that would be impossible, right? And there are certain things that if you try and eradicate them, the negative knock-on effects of doing that become worse than the problem itself. So instead, you just contain it to like a small area and try and stop the negative effects as much as possible. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
Delegate who brought clickers.
You can lower your hand, but only when the person who's like counting has like verbally or
pause it real quick.
Confirmed with their body
think
language.
about how your brain felt when Fist was just explaining that. Okay, it was linear, it was succinct, right? Mildly tangential, but it was about the same topic the entire time. Now think of how your brain feels when we're going to be listening to this right now. Okay,
it's just cancer. Like it's anti-politics. Like it's just, you know, these people are at war with reality itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
By the way, someone asked me like what my definition of woke was on Twitter, and I said, like, on the left, it's people who are at war with reality itself. And I think that's a pretty fucking good definition, actually.
I've counted your vote.
Point of personal privilege, please.
Yes, what's your personal privilege?
Hi, so I know that this is kind of annoying. I know it's taking a while, but we want this to be done right. We are a democratic organization. We want to do this right. I myself watched some of the counters not count some of the votes. And it may have been a mistake, but maybe we need to do this
pause it real quick.
Way.
Now
Okay,
imagine
everyone.
how many voting mistakes happen across the United States and in a country, okay? if this is what happens in this small group of people. Because these are the people at the fucking polls, by the way.
Yeah, but also like none of these people are taking their jobs seriously, right? Because it's
they are. They're mentally disabled by their own admission. It's invisible disability.
Point. I mean, like who would be caught in this conference in the first place? Like you have to be mentally disabled to even fucking be here. Like if they saw, like what's that, like there's some famous quote. It's like one day society will go insane and they will look at the one sane man and say that person is crazy, imprison him.
This is Idiocracy. This is the entire movie of Idiocracy.
Yeah. It's is it Solzhenitsyn? Somebody way smarter than me made this like really, really cool quote about this like concept.
Impossible. You're always right and proud of it.
Fuck off.
By a vote, all the counting has happened. By a vote of 523 to 443, that passes. And so we will, sorry, if we could respect our comrades.
I'm rising to speak against this amendment to the rule.
Sorry?
No, they were clapping. So stop, don't clap.
Stop clapping. The point of personal privilege.
As it would inhibit the democracy that is inherent to our organization. If you look at it, most of the time that has been wasted in this body was not wasted on debate. It was wasted in vote after vote after vote and voting on whether we're going to vote on voting. It is ridiculous. And this resolution would not save us any time.
Kill that guy.
Yeah.
Kill him. Everybody knows. I mean, this is one of the weird things about like this fetish for democracy.
We got a room for you to go into. I don't want to go in a room. You should go in this room over here.
This fetish for democracy these people have. Like they literally think, right, that more voting equals like more good. And this is not a new thing, by the way, right? Like the early commies back in like the Bolsheviks had this exact same disease, right? They they would vote on literally everything to the point where like stuff collapsed. Like the Bolsheviks for a while did this thing where they tried to make the entire army democratic, which meant that like any order given by the army, the soldiers like would have to vote on it. And as you can imagine, the whole army like basically ground to a halt.
I know, but this is why democracy is a gimmick, and it's supposed to be the dictatorship of the proletariat, because democracy is that we all agree. Now, they never plan for the people that keep voting and keep losing. This breeds resentment, and this is what you see in a liberal democracy. You're not in a good mood is that whenever you're voting, you're losing. There's people that are losing every single vote. And then what are they going to do? Talk to other people that lost that vote and don't accept the results of the 75th election that week.
Actually, Ardy, Rousseau had a rather elegant cure for this that was utilized in the French Revolution. You just kill all those people, right? And then the people that are left, right, they all vote the same way. So, you're golden, basically, right?
No. You idiot. Now you're being dumb. You make it legal. Then you do it. You fucking
right.
moron.
Of course.
There
of course.
You go.
Of course. How stupid.
One pivotal step.
You do a vote, right? 65% of people have voted to kill off the other 35%. It's legal. Let's do it.
And there it is. Now you can sleep easy at night while the whole world wants to fucking kill you.
We're raising our placards. When we transition between the votes, can we slow down a little bit because it's starting to get confusing for people?
Totally. Yep.
It would have to be after the.
Sorry, that's a point of debate. That's not actually.
Well, no, I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
No, that's out of order.
Oh!
End of debate. Okay, so now we're going to vote.
I have a question, a point of order.
So voting yes would be to make it. Hold on, could I just get through my sentence, please? Okay, so all those in favor.
Oh, she's getting testy.
Oh, dude. She has the patience of a saint. It goes her, then Andrew Wilson debating not so erudite for 8 hours. Okay, she supersedes Andrew Wilson's patience.
Man, this is long. We're already at 2:05.
We're good.
We already said that that's July 2018. Okay, so
what happens if there's conflicting amendments? So I feel like we don't know is not an acceptable answer, but that's a point of debate. I know.
Yeah, that's
I'm fucking debating.
Okay, so all those in favor
Point of inquiry?
what's your point of inquiry?
I have a point of inquiry about the previous point of inquiry. Oh,
sorry, that's a point of debate. That's different. How mooey is that? Just to change what it's called so you don't have to deal with it.
It's just so retarded.
This is Daniel Ray from Piedmont. He, him pronouns. As it stands right now, can we make amendments to resolutions and constitutional bylaws? Okay, thank you.
No, fuck off and die.
All those in favor.
Oh, look at the fascist up the front controlling the discourse. It's very anti-democratic.
Of adopting the convention rules, please raise your placards. All those opposed. That passes. We now have convention rules. Okay, awesome. And now we are going to move into. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so we are a bit behind schedule.
You don't say.
Well, they gotta leave room for voting.
Thank you very much for voting. Right. So now we have the modern incarnation. Are you ready, bro?
We gotta hold on, buddy. We gotta soup it up first.
Yeah, we gotta soup it up.
Backlogged.
Okay.
New GM, right underneath.
New GM for $5. The Isaiah trilogy. The Isaiah trilogy. I like that. Is much like the Dark Souls trilogy. You should just skip the second one.
If you have to, okay? But you're gonna miss some pretty important points. All right. I think you should watch the whole thing in one sitting, but that's just me.
Origin Party for 5 Canadian loonies. NDP head R.V. Lewis, yes, wants industry publicly owned, not nationalized. No, not that word for socialists. Proof communism needs fascism to rise.
Oh, don't you worry, Arden. Don't you worry. We're going to cover him at the end. Don't you worry, buddy.
New GM for $10.
Thank you, pal.
Wait, the Connecticut joke is back. Restart the stream so I can take my chats from the top.
Yeah, I think that was super early on where you were like from the Connecticut Silversteins or something like that.
Leningrad for $5. Wait, so you're telling me both the blacks and the commies use the same strategy at the same time? That's too complex for me. Can you repeat that segment?
I'm telling you. It's right there in black and moo.
Black and moo. American Green Moon for 50 knock. Whoever got this in their head is a bloody genius. They're not going to revolt because they're too busy figuring out the shape of the table. Oh my God. Seth D, member for 2 months. I forget how much of a comedic goldmine the DSA National Convention was. Thank you for the laughs. Yeah, I know it's hard.
We weren't around to cover it then,
Last Remembrancer for $5. This is playing the game of telephone with people with speech impediments and the hearing disabled. also known as Point of Order, the Gathering. Yeah, man, it's insane, right? Deep Calm for $5. Listen to the new Martyr made today, and he talks a lot about what the commies did in Germany during and after World War II. You can't hate these people enough. Yeah, I've heard it's pretty good.
Yeah, but it's completely legal to lie about them. Isn't that wild?
Yeah. Well, look, everything the communists did was legal. So I don't know what your issue is, Deep Calm. All right. Agile Walrus for Chin, Loonies.
Oh, yeah,
Hola, Senor Walrus. Tolerance will reach such a level that intelligent people will be banned from thinking so as not to offend the imbeciles. Fyodor Dostoevsky. Thank you.
Very nice.
Agile Walrus. Mate, he's in there with the quotes.
Nail on the head, dude.
John Jackson for $10.
Oh, yeah, brother.
Point of personal privilege. I'm late, so can you, comrades, restart the stream? We'd have to take a vote. I'm afraid, John Jackson. Sorry about that, mate.
Yeah. We're gonna have to put a vote as to whether or not we should restart the stream. I'm curious to see if it's a landslide victory.
Clown Town Chronicle for $10.
There he is.
Boys, I am this close to finding the entrance to Hollow Earth, but I need to confirm a few things about your credit card numbers. Please email ASAP. By the way, there will be a new episode of Clown-Based Lifeforms, me and Clowntown Chronicle talking about the conspiracy pyramid. It should drop on Thursday, so look out for that. It's a lot of fun.
Link to Fist's channel in the description.
Oh yeah. Theodore McCarthy for $10. Look at him go.
Well, hi there.
I got busy and forgot it was a Tuesday. Can you stop the stream and start it over from the beginning tomorrow? I should have time to watch them. Oh, mate.
Stop the stream and start it over from the beginning tomorrow. We are transcending time at this point.
Double Mumble for $5. I just got here. No, I'm not asking you to restart the stream, dipshit. Please explain what the fuck I'm watching. It's the Democratic
he's the younger
Socialist.
fella.
Yeah.
He was a teenager when this was going on.
Yeah. It's the Democratic Socialists of America conference from 2019. One of the great political retardations in recent history. See a site for $5. Hashtag Fist was right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Fist was right. Absolutely.
And Torture Wyatt for $5. Point of privilege. Point of personal privilege. I now have brain cancer from that meeting. Can you pause the stream while I scoop up the bits of brain that fell out of my ears? Are you saying that you're brain disabled now?
It's not going to get any better. It's not about to get any better. Well, maybe it will get better, you know? Maybe. Maybe they've improved.
I need to play that one.
Nuremberg trials will come. Nuremberg trials will come.
They will.
It sounds like it's exactly Nuremberg trials will come. Right. Okay. So, lest you think that with infinite respawn, these people have gone away. No, they haven't. Canada is now hosting the most recent malevolent version of this. Poor fucking Canada.
This is the new Democratic Party.
Yeah. This is the new Democratic Party, not like the old one.
I'm going to close this campaign the way I started. We're done being on the menu, and we're done with the ruling class eating us alive. It's time we take our seats at the table and eat the damn rich.
It looks like he's eaten a few rich in his time, mate.
Got him. Got him, dude.
Yes, the NDP, the National Democratic Party's leadership convention is on now, and it's exactly the same shit, basically, right? Which is why we played all of this stuff.
It's not the exact same. Now, they've had 7 years of like real raw gayness and trans stuff pumping through everyone's veins, okay? This is on steroids now.
I am not opposed to this resolution. I wanted to take the opportunity to adjust the equity card systems, which I understand is a rule that's already adopted. But given that we're dealing with human rights and Canadian identity, it seemed like appropriate time. So I apologize for interrupting this resolution, but I have suggested wording for the equity card system, if we can hear that.
Okay.
Look at his earring.
The rules of the convention be amended to expand the equity card system beyond gender to include racialized, indigenous,
Dude, I'm so
two-spirit,
sorry.
LGBTQ.
Pause it. The bald head and the dangly earring is fucking killing me right now, dude. It's ridiculous.
He's fighting for social justice, bros. What does it look like? I don't know.
When me and you were growing up, there was dudes that thought single dangly earring was cool. Did you ever do single dangly earring? Be honest.
No.
Okay.
No, because dangly earrings are very fucking dangerous. Like, I don't know if you've like ever like met someone who's had like half their ear like ripped off because they got into a
Oh, my
fight
friends had
while-
gauges. Yeah, they had like.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I knew a few people who got into scraps with dangly earrings, and it's not a good
Wow.
look. So no. Studs
Yeah,
or
it's not manly to have to take your earrings out before you fight.
studs or small rings was about as far as I went, mate. I'm afraid. You know.
To IA delegates and persons living with disabilities, and to include a directive for their use based on the impact of resolutions. I have wording. If it's seconded, I think, or should I read the whole thing?
Okay, so
Oh my God, is that trans
for the
Louis
duration
CK?
of this meeting,
For the duration of the meeting.
Yeah, so what
Sorry?
Is that trans Louis CK?
we can do, if there's a seconder and there's 2/3 support, then we can do that,
Sounds
okay? There is a seconder.
Okay, I'll be brief. So this would be Rule X. The numbering would be determined by the order of the day, or the rules of order. No.
Look at that soft, fleshy earlobe. Right? Just waiting to get into a fight. Have it like ripped out.
This is the thing. This is why the gender stuff took off, because like he can't make himself black. He can't make himself oppressed. And they were like, dude, we need the reformed Moodyism of Judith Butler. And it's like, no. Anyone can just be queer. And then they that hit the ground. So now he just puts in a fucking dangly earring, dude. Shave your face, wear a wig. What is this? This single ear? See, I'm a little bit different. Like, okay, dude. Do you think when it comes time to eat people, they're not gonna fucking eat you first, you idiot?
I just can't get over that earring. Like, how pampered would you have to be to like wear that? Like, do you know how fucking dangerous that thing is?
That's his disguise. He looks like a fucking cop that's undercover. See, I'm one of you people.
Ensure diversity of voices that reflects the whole movement. Equity cards by delegates who identify, or equity cards may be used by delegates who identify as women, racialized, indigenous, two-spirit, LGBTQIA, or as persons living with disabilities. Number 2, in assigning the floor, the chair shall utilize the equity card system to facilitate speakers that accounts for both a pro-con and the diverse identities of delegates seeking recognition. And number 3, in utilizing an equity card to seek the floor, delegates are asked to consider the particular resolution being discussed and encouraged to speak to how the proposal specifically impacts them, their identities, and their.
So they're trying to implement the praxis of fuck white people right now. They're trying to actually implement that.
I'm just checking out, right? Like after a while, this just becomes like white noise.
You didn't understand all of that. It was who the fuck can survive the acronym? As soon as someone says two-spirit, I'm fucking thinking about literally anything else.
My brain just switches off. It's like wah 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 wah.
Well, that's what it's supposed to be, and then everyone just nods. That's what James Lindsay does. They don't know what he's saying. You try and talk to them, they have no idea what They try and cope and defend him in the comments and be like, no. In the comments section of his 3-hour podcast about Insurrection Barbie, somebody was like, yeah, James, can you like take a video of yourself doing this? Like, it's just audio only. And people were like, oh, it helps them focus to just do audio. Like, it's that kind of shit. Nobody knows what the answer is. They just know they have to defend him.
Go ahead. It's got point of privilege. The microphone.
See, you did a point of privilege. Yay! Privilege mentioned.
Seem really low today. It's hard to hear everyone at the mic. Between the background noise and the volume in here with the microphones, it's really hard to hear. And the closed captioning also is slower to make it hard to keep up with what's going on.
So pause.
Thank you.
It's not enough of an accommodation that there's fucking text on screen. It must be said at the exact same time. Now, in this object's defense, they probably suck at like technical aspect and putting on a fucking event because they're all mentally ill. So he probably has a point.
But you know how closed captioning works, right? Like someone has to actually type that shit, which means there's always a delay, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or he's a crying baby and there's like a little bit of a delay.
Ah, it's my sleep demon.
Dude,
what the fuck is even that?
Like,
Oh
this
my
is
God.
proof that like this person is 90 years old because you know how like the ears grow but their head stays the same size. This is like Abe Vigoda right now. Like, how are your ears this big at this age?
Mate, I feel like they could make an anti-missile radar out of this like thing's ears, right? Just like, you know, mount them on a pole, like, you know, is that? Oh God,
It's longer hair would hide those fuckers pretty well, don't you think?
Oh my God, it's like if they cross like Prince Charles with like, I don't know.
It's not elf ears.
To hear the delegates, and I know that you are too. Let's have some order. We'll hear from the delegate on microphone 1, please.
Now, the thing that like strikes me about this thing's like countenance is like I could just imagine it, you know, behind like a group of people like kneeling on the edge of a pit, just coming up, just putting like, you know, rounds in the backs of their heads, just, you know, committing like a wholesome chungus, like mass killing, and just being like, we did it for trans people. They had to die.
Please.
I did want to bring attention to the fact that a fellow delegate is holding the gender parity cards.
Let's take the microphone to that delegate. We'll hear from them right now.
She, her. My pronouns are she, her, elle, and en français. It's gonna be really hard to follow Rob Ashton. Amazing speaker. We are a working class party.
That thing's crazy.
Most of us in this room are behind that, and while we can debate on the specific words and who is and isn't included, I think our Constitution needs to recognize that. And I also recognize there is, I'm sorry, I'm speaking way too fast. Let me slow down for the closed captioning. I'm so sorry, I get excited.
It's a point of privilege. The closed captions for this convention are running between 6 and 10 seconds behind. So it's just a request for the chairpersons to be aware. And when you move to a vote, I'm still reading the debate. So if we could just take a little pause, that would be appreciated.
Okay.
Oh, they're doing like the finger snaps and shit.
Well, that's good. So now they've improved. If you think about it, now they can clap again.
Yes, bonjour, hi. My name is Parker Tian. I'm representing Vancouver Quadra. Just to reply my Franco comrades.
Pause it real quick.
Point of
He has an Asian accent, a Chinese accent, speaking English, trying to say French words. It's fine. It's too much. And he's wearing fucking headphones, dude. Can we give him a simpler task, please? There's a lot on his plate right now.
Multiculturalism is so awesome.
Privilege earlier. As you can see, I do have one of the translating device. However, I like to raise this to the chair's concern that the sign out process for this device is not necessarily the best because it requires you to fill the form and give a piece of your ID. And
technology are they using in 2026? Remember like the old Nokia phones and each one would have a different obscure charger? It looks like it takes one of those fucking chargers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's like they hold it out of like a... You know,
what is this object he's holding?
I got no idea. It looks like a Dremel or something.
People don't even know where to get it, which is behind the registration table. And also, like, they don't have enough pens when we're there.
Oh, I know what it is. It's a translation thing, I think. Like, it's like a radio receiver for like audio. You get them at museums and stuff.
So there was a very long line up. Also for the device itself, because it's using infrared technology, you have to kind of like position so it can receive the signal.
So you can receive a signal.
It's supposed to make it simple.
Actually,
good.
Make it a much more complex.
It's too complex.
Mate, this just looks like...
This poor guy.
No, that's not a guy, is it?
Well, it's non-binary. It's trying. No, I was talking about the Asian guy.
Mate, what the hell even is that, right? And
what the hell is even that?
It would probably be like, yeah, that's right. I subverted your expectation. I'm non-binary, and I'll be like, listen, man, you just look like a fucking psycho.
What's the non-binary thing's name? Do we know?
Oh yeah. Apparently it is like quite prominent in
Tuffy Vandersloot.
Canadian politics, and is behind a lot of the really horrible stuff that has been going on in Canada. It runs like a law firm. It runs a law firm that does cases like specifically like targeting whites and Christians for like stuff amazingly. right?
Incredible.
What is its name? I can't.
We'll have the chat
see
give it to us. Just play the video in the meantime.
Yeah. Chad, if someone can tell me what the name of this stunning and brave non-binary individual is.
Burnaby North Seymour, pronouns he, him. Point of information.
What information do you seek, delegate?
Can I ask an election about, or can I ask a question about executive elections to the chair?
As I understand it, what more election results we have are going to be announced at the end of the day.
I have a point of information for the elections committee.
The elections committee has gone to do balloting and they're not available to answer your questions.
Thank you, Chair.
Sorry. Microphone 4, are you on a point?
Sorry.
Ardy's Ardent Party is clearly suffering having to live in the same country as this abomination. Adrian Smith, thank you, Ardent. Was it originally born a man or a woman, or
it's
some
a woman.
indeterminate half
It's
jellyfish?
A fucking haircut with giant ears that I can't explain.
It's proof there really is alien life.
Point of order, Robert Alley, he, they. My understanding as an equity-seeking delegate is that these cards are to help the chair hear equity-seeking persons and that we don't only hear from white male delegates. Now, this is my first convention, so I could be wrong, but the reason for my concern is that yesterday during the housing resolution, after a white man spoke, someone at this mic waved their equity card only to give their speaking spot to a white man. Now, that white man being a leadership delegate, notwithstanding, I had lined up for a long time to discuss the housing resolution, like many others, including my fellow.
Shit, there be white men speaking at this conference. They're taking away our oxygen.
Fellow delegate Akua. I just want us as a body to understand the spirit of these cards, because we are a party governed by processes and not by any sort of shock doctrine. Like I said before, it's my first convention, but I can tell tensions are high with the leadership contest, and I just want us to make sure that we remember our values that brought us here. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup.
Yeah, that's right. Merci beaucoup and shit. So, thank you, Adrian Smith. She has her own law firm, Keeping the Social Just. Awesome.
So in 2021, Smith made headlines for successfully representing a restaurant employee who was terminated after insisting on being addressed using they/them pronouns before the Human Rights Tribunal. That's terrifying. Got $30,000 for him.
Recent advances in transgender litigation, workplace law for union activists. Oh my God. This shit like this is why Canada's doing so well, obviously, right?
Real quick, I'll hand it right back to you. We just used to call this a fucking dyke. I'm sorry. Look at this thing.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. Come on. I like drinking beer and wearing that too, lady. Fucking calm down, okay? You're very binary. You're a fucking dyke. And it's okay. It's okay. We love the dykes. They're fine. They're great.
Well, before they started desiring political power and transformative goals. Yeah, it was fine.
You're not special. You're as lazy as a man.
So this is the privilege card system that they've got. This is obviously what they want for society as a whole.
Thank you, delegate. There's a point of privilege on microphone 1, then we'll go to microphone 3. Go ahead, delegate.
Yes. Hello. I was standing here with my gender equity card before you called on the previous speaker.
They literally have cards, right?
Right.
You got the race card and
Just
the gender
give him an
card.
armband. Just give him an armband already, so we know what to do with him.
Oh my God. Please pull out your race card and approach the tyrant.
That's my point of privilege. I would like to.
I will explain the speaking order, which is fixed, that I cannot amend, which is the pro-con rotation. You can move yourself up a line that you're standing in.
I am pro, and I was.
We went.
You went pro. Con,
we went pro-con.
Let's go pause it real quick.
And my plan was to go
This
con.
is what the left always does, is we have to have a conversation about what just happened. It's their favorite thing to do. Now we're going to talk about what we were just talking about.
Yep.
They love it. Yep. Can't get enough of it.
Con Mike 3 also has a speaking card.
Yesterday, this card was used in an inappropriate manner. And while I understand in Ontario, we know this is equity, even if that, this was also used inappropriately in terms of gender. I want everyone to be mindful that these cards for individuals like myself who identify as a Black woman have no value outside of this space.
Yeah, she's literally asking for the race card back, unironically. She's like, what is this gender card bullshit? Where's my race card? That thing that keeps you fucking white people whipped into shape all the time.
Dude, not only that, right? She doesn't know that that card is actually good for a free chicken and watermelon down the road outside the
It is
conference
pink.
center.
Pink for watermelon.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait. What was I? Oh, dude, I think I've no. Wait. Hang on. Okay. What is this?
Punishment.
Yeah. So this is the end of day one. Oh, this is giving me brain cancer.
You sound exhausted right now. You sound like you ran a mile.
This is the future that we all have to look forward to if these fuckers get into power. Oh, you poor Canadians.
I will thank the committee for its hard work. I see that we are 1 minute ahead of schedule, and so I'm going to get out of here. The balloting co-chairs.
No.
There's a point. Let's hear the point on microphone 1.
I'm sorry, just real quick, point of personal privilege. I understand there's very little time and for delegates to speak, but early on the mic.
Pause it real quick. It's really easy for Asian people to look trans more than any other race. Can we agree on that?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, look at Thailand.
Right? They own it.
Yeah.
Hard as a racialized and transgender delegate to sometimes use this card and speak to somebody in front of me in line and ask, hey, this pertains to multiple intersecting parts of my lived experience. I'd like to speak. I was rejected when I talked, and it.
Oh no! Would you like some ointment for your feelings?
Harden Party said, holy shit, that's Bobby Lee. Do you know who Bobby Lee is?
I don't know who Bobby Lee
well,
is.
just so you know, it looks just like fucking Bobby Lee.
It's frustrating when these are my rights being directly under attack right now in Alberta, and that a cisgender woman had spoken over me. And I understand her rights are important too. This pertains to her too, but I don't know. I hope that in the future, the federal NDP will also have a broader interpretation of the equity cards for speakers.
Pause it.
That's all. Thank you.
How mooey is that? That go, well, just so you know, you really hurt my feelings, and it's okay. You know, it's whatever. I just want to let you know that you really let me down. I'm disappointed in you, but it's fine. You know, she also has rights to it. That is 100% reform Moodyism.
Yeah.
I will invite delegates to assist me in better using the card by forming a straight line behind the microphone with a
resented having to stay straight. Resented it.
Imagine she got into power. She had to make a decision about the Strait of Hormuz. Hey,
displayed equity card. If I see speakers ahead of you who are not holding a card prominently, it would be wrong of me to guess about their gender identity, and I will come to you. This applies so far, according to your rules, for gender identities other than a dude, but it is open to us to change our rules as we like as we move forward into the bright and golden future. Thank you, friend.
Is there anything more dangerous than just changing your rules as you move forward? Is there anything more dangerous than that?
Listen, you're focusing on the wrong part. What about the bright and golden future?
Yeah, it might be a negative. Yeah, it might be a buzzkill.
Oh my god. This is the last one. Right.
Then soupies.
This is cancer, mate. Oh my god.
Microphone 2, are you on this resolution?
Yes.
Microphone 2, please.
My name is Mastura Tasneem. I'm from Ontario. Hello, bonjour. As we conduct this convention today.
Pause it real quick. She sounds like the beginning of a ride at Disney where they're greeting you in like 30 different languages.
I love the way these are like edited. These are all, by the way, from Alex Zoltan.
Yes, our digital on-the-ground correspondent.
Yeah. Would highly recommend giving this guy a follow. I don't want to use all of his like work without giving him a shout out. But the way this is like edited is fucking like amazing.
Right now, there's discussions of 10,000 American men and women being sent to Iran, being deployed just to be part of this.
The way he just passed.
Dude, imagine being like 60 or 70 and you're like, what the fuck are we voting on?
I thought we were going to do a wholesome Chungus communism. Where all these black people come from?
It's bloodbath. Canada cannot and will not be part of the legacy of blood that was built in Iraq, in Palestine, and now in Iran. This is a no question debate. I call this question, Madam and Chairs. Thank you.
Your point's quite well made, Speaker. I'll again thank delegates not to call me Madam Chair or Madame la Présidente. I'm a non-binary person.
Look at the look on her face, right? Where she's like,
well, it honestly is the oppression Olympics right now. If someone does, tries to pull rank on oppression toward you, you go, "Ooh, madam, I'm going to keep that in my back pocket. I got something for you."
Don't you fucking call me madam. No, fuck it, I'll do you. I've got a law firm. Mooish by proxy.
Exactly. Them and their chair is sufficient. And with regret, you've spoken to the resolution. It's not open to you to also call the question. If the question is the will of the House, someone else must call it because we heard from you in substantive debate.
Okay, I was not aware.
Weird rule. Microphone 4.
Yes, thank you. My name is Fred Farhat Sufi.
I'm sure it is. I love how everyone applauded when she pulled rank on the oppression like it was a rap battle and she nailed like this killer fucking rhyme at her fucking opposition. Uproarious cheer and applause. No, they're allowed to cheer and applause again, so that's good.
Right, Soups, and then we'll finish off with the war.
I gotta show everyone who the president is really quick as well.
Okay, her chain for 5 Canadian loonies. Thank you. Thank you for covering my clown show of a country. These people govern my province, by the way.
That's fucking wild, dude. Finally, something to make Fist feel better for a moment about where he lives.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. The Greens might get in, so. Matty Ice for $10. Thank you very much, mate. I'm out here repping a silver with turquoise dangly cross earring like Kiefer Sutherland in Lost Boys. It's a clip-on out of combat necessity. See?
Wow.
See?
Kiefer
Matty knows
Sutherland
what's
in
up.
Lost Boys reference, dude. Wow.
No. It's a clip-on, right? See, he knows what's up, mate.
That is a lethal reference.
Last remembrance for $10. Thank you very much, mate. Sweet Jesus, is this being held at the Mos Eisley Cantina? Who wrote the cosplay competition at the end of this thing? Please accuse me. Thank you very much. Thanks, mate. Leningrad for $5. It's called the melting pot because it melts your brain.
Yeah, Fist is going through it right now. I'm used to listening to like hours upon hours of this stuff. He is going through the ringer right now.
Last remembrance for $5. I fear so a bad way for my Asian cousin, but he's a translation problem. He must fear so lonely. True.
This obscure device that he's holding. Doesn't your phone do translation? I'm just so. Why is this like device with like 1993 headphones on his head? I was just so confused by it.
Soul in the Lich for 100 us.
There he is.
That's a lot of us. Stop pressing randomize in the character creation and start the game. Oh my god, it literally is, dude.
You couldn't put that any better.
Last remembrance for $5. Thank you, mate. I counter your race card and tap 4 lands and activate my Black Lotus. Take 50 damage. Magic the tardening. In Leningrad for $5. In Canada, they sentence you to the they-them chair.
Yes.
You're going to ride the rainbow, is what they call that.
To the surprise of absolutely nobody, okay? Here is who they now, mind you, they have a president and they have a leader in the NDP, okay? There's a president and there's a leader.
Okay.
This is the new leader.
809 votes. Avi Lewis, 39,000.
Of course, being introduced by Dana Carvey from Master of Disguise.
734 votes. 39,734 votes. 39,734 votes. Leader of Canada's NDP, le nouveau chef du NPD, Avi Lewis.
Avi Lewis.
From the Alberta Lewis Steens, presumably, right?
Absolutely. Now, here's what you might not know. He's a moo, okay?
Oh, imagine my shock.
But he's not just any moo. He's the great grandson of Moishi Lewis, okay?
Moishi Lewis.
Now, Moishi Lewis, which
by the way,
anglicized their name to be Morris Lewis, by the way.
Yeah, right. Let me guess. What was it? Moises Lois? I would have thought it would have been Lowenstein. You know, okay.
No.
Uh-huh.
Now this person was chairman of the Mooish Labor Bund. Okay.
Yeah.
Which was a secular Mooish socialist party. Russian Empire! Look at Fist over here. It really is the Russian moos and the German moos. This guy, I'm telling you, he's always right, and he's never been wrong. And he'll swing at you if you ever say, even imply the man's wrong. Quite the ego on him. So, Russian moo, by the way, the lineage that these people have that just managed to get elected. Isn't that incredible? Avi Lewis knows what to do.
The Bund have like a really long history of labor activism. Obviously started like under the Bolsheviks in Russia, and then they like kept on going, and like a bunch of them like moved to Australia actually, and then gave up all their labor activism, right? No, of course they didn't, right? Like, you know, they're like the kind of people that you could drop them on fucking the Sentinelese Islands and they'd be like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like radicalizing people and agitating and, just trying to like bring down society. Fucking, oh my God.
Wow. I just thought that was very fascinating. We barely do any research with the Mooish correlations, by the way, fellas. This is what I used to have to ignore when I was an quote unquote anti-communist. I'd have to ignore all of these. And now I'm let off my leash and I can go, oh, that's another one. Oh, that's another one.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Like it's you literally just throw like a Nerf ball in a dark room and you like hit one, right? It's not even like, oh, you require so much discernment. You really don't. It's just
I gotta do one from Rumble very quickly.
Okay.
Grand Inquisitor, $10. Thank you so much. Hey guys, has anybody pondered what happens to the petrodollar when they achieve greater Israel and control the Middle East oil fields? Well, you thought you were going to get out of this, didn't you, Fist? Probably some Mark of the Beast shit since they worship Baal. You were so close to escaping that.
Yeah, so that's actually a really good question and goes into my next segment.
Beautiful.
I imagine what they will do is they'll use the US dollar for a bit, and then when the US collapses, right, when they've managed to like suck every last sort of like bit of financial stuff out of it, right, they'll get all the banks in the US to set up in Israel, and then they'll do like the international shekel essentially, and then all of the oil that has to move through greater Israel, which will basically be pretty much all of it, will have to use that shekel, and then they envision, I imagine, having like the world reserve currency, because obviously that's like the final boss. And then everyone will have to, and they'll sanction countries. Like they'll make the US, when it comes to like sanctioning, look like a pussycat. Basically, this is the problem with something like Greater Israel, right? There will never ever be peace because they're so freaking paranoid. They'll be launching like defensive wars, quote unquote, like halfway across the fucking planet, right? Well, not with their troops, like obviously, right? But probably with Indians, actually, the way like shit's going. Like I have Jeet strike forces like trying to take like Malaysia or like some shit. It'll never end. It will like literally never end unless it sort of collapses in on itself. The other possibility, right? I'm thinking of doing an episode on this, is that someone pointed out that a lot of the Chabad people are now wearing this patch with the crown of the Mashiach on it. And the last time that was like really prominent, right, was during the rise of Sabbatai Zevi. And if you don't know who Sabbatai Zevi was, he was sort of like the last well-known Jewish Messiah, and it all turned to crap.
Was Tucker Carlson covering this?
Yeah, well, it's
a little bit.
Not. Yeah, a little bit, right?
Right.
so Chabad have like their sort of their own version of this. Like they reckon, some of them reckon Schneerson was the Messiah. Some of them like reckon that he wasn't. I don't know. But they're all basically, one of the things about Sabbateanism is that because like, so about half of global Mu'uri at the time joined the Sabbateans. Okay. It was a huge, huge movement. And because they thought that the coming of the Messiah was imminent, they started doing stuff like just forgetting all of the laws and not keeping to their traditions, not giving a crap about like what happened tomorrow, because the Messiah is coming, right? You know, you don't have to repair your fence, you don't have to no. And someone made the point that this might be why we're like seeing sort of the Israelis like act the way that they're acting, because at least some of them believe that there won't really be any consequences, because before those consequences reach them, the Messiah will come back. So I just thought that was interesting. The story of Sabbatai Zevi is amazing. I should really do a thing on that, actually. I might make an interesting history episode, actually. So anyway, good super chat, mate. So we move on to the war. Which is in danger of ending, apparently.
Oh,
right? And
thank the Lord.
Well, Netanyahu's not very happy about that. There could be a sudden explosive outbreak of peace. Very bad, right? So Netanyahu is very frustrated at the high chance that the war will end soon. Basically, Trump has been saying, yeah, this is getting a bit too hard. The midterms are like creeping up. We got to get the fuck out of there. I presume basically he was sold on the idea that, it would, easy in, easy out. It'd all be over like soon. But unfortunately now, it's not the Americans that are deciding the escalation ladder. It's the Israelis and the Iranians. Okay, so it's not just sort of like the tail wagging the dog. It's like the tail has basically like assumed a life of its own and is now like beating the dog to death. It's like hopped across the fence and is attacking the neighbor's dogs on its own, right? And you're like, come back. And the dog's tail is like, no, fuck you, right? But America looks like it might start pulling out. I don't know whether any of this is true. Okay, I just want to preface this.
Yep.
This is still a fog of war situation. Everyone is lying out their ass.
Yeah,
right?
we get it. You're 100% right. You know what's going on. Continue. So sorry. I'm so sorry.
All I can really do is speculate, right?
Yes.
The only sort of like real sort of 100% true fact is that the Strait of Hormuz is still mostly closed, although traffic is starting to move through, but all of the traffic is now controlled by Iran. They've basically made it like the international tollway, right? So if you're like on good terms with Iran, your ships can like pass through freely. If you're on neutral terms with Iran, you got to pay like $2 million in Chinese yuan, which can't be sanctioned by the Americans. And if you're on Iran's shit list, your ships aren't going to get through, like at all. Okay, so you've basically turned what was a relatively like free strait into now like Iran's toll booth, right? And the Iranians are like, well, this is how we're going to repay for rebuilding all the damage that you guys have done. What are you going to fucking do about it? And so far, the Americans aren't going to do much. And Trump is like, all those countries that can't get jet fuel because of the Strait of Hormuz, like the United Kingdom, which refused to get involved in the decapitation of Iran. I have a suggestion for you, you fuckers. Number one, buy from the U.S. We have plenty. Yeah, that Nord Stream pipeline sure is looking like pretty sweet right now. By the way, like there's still one Nord Stream pipeline that's completely fine, right? Like they only bombed one. There's one like still there. It's still functioning. It's still pressurized. They can fucking start it up like whenever they wanted. It's so retarded. Number two, build up some delayed courage. Go to the strait and just take it. You're fucking kidding me. What, you're going to get the United Kingdom to take on? Oh, yeah, come on. You'll have to start learning how to fight for yourself. The USA won't be there to help you anymore, just like you weren't there for us. So bitchy. Iran has been essentially decimated. The hard part is done. Go get your own oil. Okay. I mean, right? So Israel is like, oh my God, we can't have like peace, right? They're telling the Americans, look, you got to like bomb more crap. The problem is that every single time they bomb more crap, the Iranians bomb more crap, right? So this isn't like a situation like in Gaza where like they're just mainly shooting at women and children, right? These people actually like have weapons. This, of course, is very, very anti-citrus, right? They don't know how many of Iran's launches they've destroyed. Okay, they don't. Like the number keeps like shifting. A while back it was like 90%. Now it's like 50%. Then it's 30%. They don't know. Okay, they've got no fucking idea. Israel believes the US must act decisively to open the straits, warning that allowing Iran to keep it closed would be a major political win for Tehran. It already is a political win for Tehran, right? Israeli sources estimate a US operation there would be the final chord of the war and take about a month. Now, I really hope at this point, even Trump is not going to like trust Netanyahu on this.
Oh yeah, Trump definitely seems to be his own person.
Yeah. So look, Israel will refuse any externally opposed ceasefire in Lebanon. Oh yeah, because the Israelis are like taking southern Lebanon at the moment. And I think it's highly likely that's what a lot of those US troops are actually going to like wind up doing. They're not going to like take Karg Island or like whatever the hell. They're going to wind up fighting with the IDF to secure southern Lebanon, because the IDF has now been fighting like continuously since October 7th, 2024. A long time, basically. So this is what's going on in the strait.
President Trump says once the U.S. leaves, it will automatically open, telling the New York Post, my attitude is I've obliterated the country. They have no strength left, and let the countries that are using the strait, let them go and open it. In other words, we've done our part, now do yours. Sounds familiar, like his proposition to the UK and others this morning.
So the Iranians are totally defeated, right? Totally, completely defeated, right? The hard part is over. And all they need to do is just go and open the Strait of Hormuz. Should be easy, right? Like anyone can do it.
Sounds easy enough.
Yep. So as I was saying, basically there are now like 3 tiers to get through the Strait of Hormuz. Insurance is like still like basically really high. You're not going to get through if you're not friendly with Iran. But some oil is now flowing. So this is going to be a tremendous financial boon to countries that are friendly with Iran. Where the oil's coming from, I presume Iran is still exporting. A lot of the oil and gas facilities around the Gulf have been like destroyed. Something like 20-25% of the entire world's natural gas and oil output have been destroyed, right? And it's not coming online for like quite a while. The economic effects of this haven't yet really reached us, but the normies are starting to notice. I've been saying this for a few weeks now. If you have any shit that you like need to buy it now. If you need like meds.
One of the most caring and considerate commentators out there. You're like, Charles, just reminding you, I know it's going on like week 2 of this, but I'm going to reinforce this, okay? Just in case. Yeah. Consider it.
If you need meds, if you need to buy like a new, computer, TV, no, anything, right? Buy it now, right? I mean, the best time to buy it was like 2 weeks ago, but like once the normies get the panic,
or the supply is out,
yeah, it's gonna get crazy, and the normies are starting to like catch on.
The warning has.
Oh yeah, but don't worry, bros. Right, the EU is strong, bros. Right, look at this. Look at this.
The warning has set off alarm bells, with G7 finance and energy ministers alongside central bank governors meeting virtually on Monday to assess the impact. In Brussels, EU agriculture ministers are also holding talks.
There is a growing unrest among our farmers because the prices of fertilizers and also the prices of energy is growing now very rapidly.
Solutions may take time. For now, unless fertilizer starts moving soon, the strain on food production is likely to show up on supermarket shelves before long. Milena Veselinovic, Al Jazeera.
It's going to be like COVID again, bros, basically, right? So we're going to be like work from home. You're not going to be able to drive anywhere. They're probably going to like shut down travel, all of this like crap. If you don't make sure you've got like stuff laid in for like a long period at home. I don't know, buy a PlayStation or, something, right? Like just, make sure you've got like stuff to keep yourself occupied. or you can just like listen to the show. It's gonna be a bumper time for podcasters. No, because
do you see how I can't even do that? Fist was right again. It's just gonna be Fist was considerate again. He puts like your needs before the show, just without even thinking about it. He's like, take care of yourself first, and then secondly, watch the show. It's hilarious.
Well, I'm just saying, like, COVID was a bumper time for podcasters. Shit, COVID was when I literally got into podcasting at first, because I was just like so incredibly pissed off, and I was like, I know, I'll tell the internet. I'm on Odyssey with like 4 viewers. You know what I mean, right? Like,
didn't stop you, dude. You had the grit.
God bless those 4 viewers, mate. I've got to say. So we've got massive spikes in oil prices, supply restrictions, not just in oil, but most importantly in sort of refined products, right? In case like no one at school ever explained this to you, everything in modern society comes from oil, right? Like plastics, fucking fertilizer, everything. So they take the oil, they fractionate it out into like different like fractions, and then every single part of the oil animal is used in some other industrial process. Pharmaceuticals, fucking everything, right? Oh, and then of course, there's other problems as well, because the Ukrainians are like basically like drone striking all of the Russian oil terminals on the Baltic Sea. Fucking great. So Primorsk is like down. And then there was that huge like explosion in that Texas refinery in Port Arthur. Also doing that, right? So fuck knows like what actual percentage of the world's current like oil output is offline at the moment, right? Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
Isn't it exciting?
A whole bunch. Sorry?
Isn't it exciting?
Oh, I'm so excited. Well, I'm looking forward to that
yeah,
potato.
it is. Yep.
Buy potato stonks.
Yeah, take out your mortgages on your potatoes now. All right.
Yep. All of South Asia is fucked. They've all got like fuel rationing. Slovenia as well. It'll be coming to the West like pretty soon. I think America will probably be all right. Honestly, you guys suck. But Europe is going to be sort of up shit creek. In the UK, ministers could activate contingency powers to introduce fuel rationing. Yeah, they will. They totally will. They absolutely will. They're just like figuring out how they're going to do it. Probably a bit of digital ID. You know what I mean? Bit of digital ID.
Oh, dude, you're waiting for that, dude. Things are going to pop off when that happens.
Mate, it's nearly 2030, right? Like, what do you think they were going to fucking like ask you nicely? And of course, all that shit like happened in COVID, and all those people are still walking around unmolested. So, what did you expect was going to happen?
I love how a person's natural state is the level of molested they are under this globalism.
I feel like some of these people should be very strongly molested, quite frankly. Right? Like,
How do you still sound so polite when you say that?
The other big problem, of course, is jet fuel. Jet fuel is a kerosene-based product. It's got a very, very specialized refining chain. The last tanker of it, I believe, arrived in the UK like today. So they're going to probably start canceling flights. Mate, this better not like impact my trips this year.
Yeah,
maybe I can
get around, all right?
Maybe I can apply to
things
be,
to do.
Maybe I can apply to be like trans and non-binary or something like that, and then
You
I'll
got
have to
the
like,
hair for it. No offense.
Thank you very much.
Wasn't wrong about one thing in that
January
Trump
2020.
Indeed, so Trump wasn't wrong about one thing in that Trump Truth Social post. He talked about it was predicated on the idea that we're running out of jet fuel and we're going to need to go and find some ourselves. He's right. The last jet fuel tanker coming in from the Middle East to the UK lands this week. Another is not planned. Right? We are reliant upon, for I think about 20% or so of our jet fuel requirements, on fuel from the Middle East. It's not a case of everything running out, but it is a case of things, whether it's oil or gas, whatever it is, becoming much more expensive, which is going to impact on absolutely everything, because energy and the price of oil is underwritten into virtually every product we buy.
Hence that.
Oh yeah, and as if that wasn't bad enough, right? The UK is so fucking highly taxed that 55% of the price of fuel at the pump is all taxes. Like the taxation. Oh yeah, no, the taxation. Dude? Oh yeah, it's insane, right? Like UK taxation is insane.
How do I even convert that? So like, what is it? Was it by liter?
It doesn't matter, man. Like whatever you buy, right? 55% of the price you pay at the pump goes to the government to pay for green bullshit, basically, right? That's how they paid for all of this green bullshit. They just slapped more and more and more taxes.
Well, yeah, they're just doing what India and China are also doing to pitch in to stop pollution, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're not just like feathering their own nests and trying to like collapse the country so they can, rule over a sort of like digital ID dystopia. No, mate. Now, food prices allegedly in the UK are already going up, although I did ask the wife about this, and she said that as far as she's seen, there haven't been like any major price rises yet, at least not from the major outlets. This guy, I presume, is like a sort of like market seller, probably buying on the spot market. The large retailers, right, like the supermarkets and stuff, they usually have forward contracts. So not only do they have huge warehouses full of like produce, but they agree in advance the price that they're going to pay for like certain produce. Although these contracts might get voided. My point is, for the moment, everything's like mostly okay. Pack your fridge. Like, if you can afford
incredible.
Get one of those big ass what do you call them? Like container freezers, and just pack that shit with like meat, right?
I'm looking at this right now. The United States is roughly $3 a gallon, and the equivalent, the United Kingdom, is like $7.50 a gallon.
Oh yeah, and that would be like that would be the country's average.
Yeah.
In London, it's going to be like more expensive because everything in London is more expensive. They literally charge you to like breathe at this point.
That's got to be like $10 a gallon in the city.
Oh yeah, easy.
Holy shit, dude.
The staff this morning about some of these prices. So what I thought I'd do is just put it on as a video, share it with everybody. So just come a little bit nearer, Lisa. Just going to explain to you one or two things today. Got Spanish broccoli there. This time last week, a box of broccoli like that, I paid £9.90. So 6 kilo of broccoli last Friday cost me £9.90. We buy 20 boxes on a Friday. Today, this broccoli, same weight, Spanish broccoli, cost me £24 a box. So 15 quid a box or so dearer than this time last week.
Now, to be fair, he's buying this shit from Spain, and Spain just had like a terrible growing season because of the storms and everything like that. But you know, this is where this is going. And again,
on a
as I said,
microcosm,
yeah, this isn't a supermarket. This is like some guy, he like runs a stall. So he's buying stuff on what we call the spot market, right? Where he doesn't have like any future hedging.
Then we move across here, tomatoes, Moroccan tomatoes. This time of year, you'd expect to pay somewhere between £6.50, £7 a box for tomatoes. I'm sure there's people watching this in the trade who'll understand what I'm saying. So let's say 7 quid normally. This morning, £20. £20 a box, I've paid for that tomato this morning. Bit of cherry vine.
See, joke's on him, mate. I only eat meat. That's what the wife said to me when I showed her this. I'm like, she's like, yeah, but we mainly eat meat. I'm like,
that's hilarious.
So
wife dunk.
Carnivore bros win again.
Well, I'm sure meat's going to stay the same, right?
The thing about the UK is that it's actually mostly it's self-sufficient in a lot of food, like particularly like meat and eggs and milk and stuff.
Oh, you got the countryside, right? For your
you got the countryside, right? You know, it still hasn't been diversified enough, obviously, right? Which is that's something I hope that they're going to correct.
The
soon.
sheep are still the same color.
But there's tons of sheep. There's there's like farms outside like London. You can you just buy stuff off them. Like they'll ship you like an entire like sheep if you want it.
The UK is like we still have to fucking keep them alive. All right.
Well, I mean the government is doing
barely.
The government is doing their level best to like destroy all the farming. And the problems with fertilizer is going to go through the system. Like basically it's nearly the UK planting season at the moment. And fertilizer prices through the roof. It's the same in the US. So we're probably going to get either reduced crop yields on the next harvest, or they're going to be significantly more expensive because the inputs were more expensive. That's assuming they can source fertilizer at all. Russia's stopped exporting fertilizer because they want it for their own country. And honestly, like that Russians at this point were just like, fuck you, English other people, you know, like, and, you know, quite reasonably, actually, like the English have just been like messing with the Russians, well, since the war in Ukraine started. So you can't really expect the Russians to do the English any goddamn favors, basically.
3 kilo cherry vine, again, ordinarily you'd be paid somewhere around, let's say 10 quid ordinarily. This morning, £17.50. Vine tomatoes, these are from Belgium, they've just got started nicely. They're only 5 kilo boxes. Again, we'd expect to be paying somewhere like £9 a box for them this time of year. £18 this morning. And the final one, iceberg lettuce, 12 in a box. This time of year, I would expect the normal price for something like that would be £6.60, £7.20 a box, so costing us about 60p a head. That's what I would normally expect to be paying. This morning, that cost £1.10 per head, £13.20 a box. On that little bit of stuff there, that small pallet, there's over £1,000 worth of produce. And that, I'm afraid, is how it's going to be for the next
£1,000. Mate, you gotta have like the diverse, like ripping off like vegetable trucks.
The diverse.
Like, shit, man. I got some like good head of lettuce, you heard?
yeah, out of his trench coat. Some carrots.
And I think, oh yeah, no, wait, I've got like one more thing to play.
Oh,
right?
sure.
Now, one of the things that just really annoys me, remember, like these people just being unmolested, the political class, right?
Such a bizarre word.
So this is David Starkey. He's like a based historian in England, and he's talking to Jeremy Hunt. The K is silent, but I encourage that you pronounce it. Who was the Chancellor of the Exchequer in the last Conservative government, right? Which is when they like brought in all the migrants, the Boris wave, and all that like horrible stuff. And he's just like, oh yeah, you know, the stuff that concerns, like, just look at this smug bastard.
These weren't simply that you didn't reverse what Labour had done. You actually intensified it, didn't you? I mean, again, your book has got, I mean, one of the things that I found striking about your book, it could have been written by any centrist Labour politician. Exactly the same sort of things that you feature: climate change, human rights, soft power, creative industries. They're just absolute common ground. This is the stuff of the Uniparty, isn't it?
Well, no, for one very simple reason, which is exactly how you started this interview. You know, this book says one of the most important things we need to do is to increase defense spending.
Oh, yes. Let us not worry about mass immigration or all the people killed and destroyed. What we really need to talk about is increasing the defense budget. Oh,
who is the Mugabe Ben Agaradadade behind him? What the fuck is?
I believe he is one of the English branch of the Floyd clan.
Oh my word! Look at that phenotype. Why is he there?
And Keir Starmer's not doing that. And you and I both know that a Conservative government would do that. So it's a...
You're not getting back into power, right? You're not. No one's going to let you anywhere near power. But probably Reform will get in, and then Reform will take in a bunch of these like fuckwits from the Conservative Party, and it'll be exactly the same thing yet again.
Well, actually, I did. I increased defense spending to 2.5%. It's very easy to say that, David. It's very easy to say that out of context. Remember, when I became Chancellor, markets were in free fall. Inflation was 11%. The economy was predicted to be facing the longest recession in 100 years. And defense spending, which for more than a decade...
Oh, yes, defense spending. What everyone really, really cares about.
...to been at 2% of GDP, to find the resources to increase it to 2.5%, by the way, I think it needs to be even higher, was a big deal. And I don't apologize for that at all. I did the work to make sure we could do it. And now I want us to go further. But I totally reject your suggestion that it's a very easy Nigel Farage line to talk about the Uniparty. It's bollocks. Let's be clear.
It's not fucking bollocks. You do exactly the same shit. Like,
Yes, it is. And let me give you the evidence. When David Cameron came to office, we abolished nearly 150 of those quangos another 150 were merged into other quangos. I know, because I was responsible for 53 of them at the Department of Culture, Media and Sport, and I had to find about a dozen to get rid of. Francis Maude's civil service reform program cut the size of the civil service by 20%.
Wow, 20%. Amazing.
A huge reduction in the number of civil servants. But I won't pretend that at that time, the biggest challenge we faced as a country was financial. We were about to go bankrupt, and the biggest focus of
Yeah, good thing that's changed.
David Cameron and George Osborne was how to reduce the deficit. So I'm sure there were woke laws from the Blair era that we left in place.
You added to them.
Well, okay, I think the one that you think we added to is one where we will probably have a disagreement, because I do believe that we should live up to our responsibilities on climate change.
And there you have it. There you have it. Oh, we still need to live up to our responsibilities.
And we need to be held accountable. Responsibility, held accountable.
No, none of that. No, like we're probably going to get fucking rolling blackouts in London because of these motherfuckers, right? Because
all
like
you have
the
to
time
do is monitor your food consumption. Like don't if you just pee in your toilet, don't flush it. If you shit in your toilet, then you can flush it, right? Skip breakfast. Yeah, they'll slide that in there. Skip breakfast, and then also
I'll get a lot of fasting in, I guess.
Yeah, right. What a horrible way to come back from Lent.
It'll be Lent year round for me, baby.
I think that we have made a big mistake in our climate change policy, which is that we've adopted.
Oh, you made a mistake. Are you gonna throw yourself on your sword? Are you going to did anything happen to you because of that mistake? Just relax, guy.
No accountability there. Then all of a sudden, accountability goes away.
Fucking zero accountability.
Policies that have given us the most expensive energy prices in the developed world, and that
you did that. You motherfucker. You. All of the horrible.
It's okay.
Shit
It's okay, Fist. In 2 years, they're gonna go, hey, we said some things, you said some things, we tried our hardest. Let's all do a clean slate.
Yep. All of the really horrible shit, by the way, that Labor is exploiting, like the speech laws and the mass immigration and the climate change, bollocks, destroying it. All of that happened under the Conservatives first. They were the ones that fucking brought it in.
is holding back the economy. So I think that was a mistake in our approach. But do I broadly think that we should be responsible when it comes to protecting the planet and setting an example when it comes to CO2 emissions? I do. I think that's a good thing. So on that one, I think we will probably have.
Oh my God.
Is this your come down from watching the DSA and NDP? This is what you're coming down to.
Because unlike the DSA, these people actually had power, right? And look at what they fucking did with it. They just destroyed. They just destroyed.
Well, that's democracy, isn't it? Weren't these people elected?
Oh, mate, this shit isn't democracy. I don't know what the fuck it is. Like a weird oligarchy.
Hey, well, that's capitalism, man.
I've got a downfall thing we can end on with.
I mean, we're good to go right now.
All right. Okay.
And we got supers.
Oh, we got supers. Right. Let's do the super chats. Let's see. New jam for $10. You gonna do the thing?
Beat me to it, mate.
O Trump of blessed orange sat upon the golden toilet. Please use some bullshit. Moo does to break our alliance and pull out of Iran arrangement.
Pray to the mighty Trump.
Pray to the mighty Trump. Blood, soil, and soul for $10.
Oh, hi there.
Thank you very much. Just got done wage slaving for the small hats. Your mind restarting the stream. Christ is king, boys.
Well, if you're going to say Christ is king, you guys didn't say that before.
Yeah, we'll give it serious consideration. Thank you, mate. Gypsy Harlow for $5. The benefits of essentially living in the Garden of Eden 2. Star Bangled Boogaloo, USA. CSite for $5. Thank you, mate. Hey, my boss called overtime. Can we extend the stream so the time passes faster? Thanks. Hashtag Fist was right.
Put another goose beak in the cauldron.
Oh, I do like a tasty goose beak. Yeah, a bit of an English delicacy here. What, you know how to fried goose beak? Isaac for $5.
Here we go.
Sorry, I'm late. Save white race. Around blacks, never relax. Move the, oh, mate, what does that say? I can't read these little icons on my second screen.
No, you can. It's just a bear and silverware and a woman. I don't know.
I don't know. Instead of going back, can we go to the future when we win with Yakub and live in Agartha and save the white race? Oh, mate, Agartha's looking pretty good right now, mate. I got to say, all the white monster you can drink. Yeah. JLM Knights for 10 Canadian loonies. Thank you. Fellas, get out of fiat currency. Inflation is going to spike more. They will print more money to keep Social Security and to maintain stability. Yeah, inflation is going to go.
Wow, what a panikin. Doesn't even believe in the dollar.
The thing is, I don't know what asset you could go into, right? Like, the silver market and the gold market's like, depressed. Bitcoin's depressed at the moment. Cigarettes, maybe. Like, I don't know, fruity vapes. Like, go long in fruity vapes, bro. Right?
Or alcohol.
Slasher for 20 Canadian loonies. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
My uncles are cattle farmers here in Alberta. My mum told me they were saying a lot of farmers are saying they don't know if they'll be able to afford to plant this year. Food prices are going up bigly. Yeah, I'm afraid so, man.
That is the reality.
Sasha, do you know whether I presume this is going to affect like animal feed as well? I mean, at least as much as they feed like a lot of the cows on soy and stuff like that. I guess like grass-fed beef's about to make like a comeback, except knowing Canada and knowing the UK, they'll be like, no, actually you can't graze your cows here. This is protected grass. We need to save it for all the diversity. Fucking hell, man. I honestly, I don't know, like what, when this shit starts like to actually like bite, what are these governments going to do, right? Like, more diversity and like gender pronouns isn't going to like feed anyone. Yes, Nick Nielsen for $5. Restart the apocalypse. I missed the first trumpet blast.
Restart the apocalypse. What a glutton for punishment.
Yeah, well, you should have been listening, mate, right? American Green Moon for 20 knock. Look up Henry Stilney is all I can say. Henry Stilney. I don't know who that is.
Is he going to make me happy or sad?
Cryptic. Thank you very much. Super chat's accomplished. I think that's it, bros.
I have one last thing. Okay, we're just gonna watch this 11-minute video in super slow motion, so we get all of it. Okay.
Oh, come on! Have I not stop it enough?
Isaiah L. Carter, friendships and politics. Are you ready?
Okay.
It sounds like you're describing the friend-enemy distinction, doesn't it? And he's like, I think I might have. Like, oh, okay.
Oh. Wait. Do you think he fell out with Lindsay? Do you think he
not. No, he's going to be probably talking about how he stood by James Lindsay's side like a loyal dog for fucking however long. I have to watch it. I literally have to watch it.
Right, but at a certain point, surely, right, he's going to ask James to be on his like shitty podcast again, and James is going to say no, and then he's going to be like, "But I thought you was my friend."
James Lindsay has nothing better to do. Do you know how many fucking no-name shows he goes on all the time?
No, that's a good point.
I could show you 30 no-name shows he's been on the last year. The guy is terrified of being alone and listening to his own thoughts. I can almost prove it at this point.
Oh, dude. So is that it?
Yeah, I think we did the damn thing,
Okay, we did the thing.
I think we showed enough leg for the troops, all right?
This is the USO show.
Yeah.
Remember, boys, dying for Iran is incredibly sexy. Thank you very much for coming, bros. Thank you to everyone who super chatted. We will be back on Friday night with another Ardy and Fist. Check out my channel on Thursday night for another episode of Clown-Based Lifeform with myself and Aaron from Clown Town Chronicle. And what are you doing? What are you doing this week, Ardy? You got any plans?
Either tomorrow or the day after. In between now and the next stream, I'm probably going to respond to my boy Brillium because you're not going to believe what he said to me. And then right now, I'm going to send you fellas to Rob Noor because he's streaming at the same time as Andrew Wilson. So homeboy could use a little bit of a bump. And he's watching Jay Dyer debate Brian Shapiro. And Rob Noor has debated Brian Shapiro a bunch of times. So that should be a good stream that I'm sending you to right now.
And final super chat from Death Takes for 5 loonies. Too late to restart. Oh, yeah, I'm afraid so, mate.
You fellas are something else.
We'll see you later, fellas. We have the best fellas. Hope you have like a great night. Keep safe and all that kind of like other stuff. And we'll see you soon.
Later, y'all.
To observe the convention, but the sound is an issue. There's also in Piedmont 8 a completely quiet room. One thing to note there, please don't go into that space with anything that's like an aggressive scent.